queued that fast. Probably means there was a dodge. But we'll see. I am a female. Join the lobby. Interesting. She's just letting everybody know, man. They want me to ban Volibear? That's fine, I guess.
You have the heart of a weakling.
Hey, thanks, Wesley. What's up, Visigoth? It is 12:15 a.m. So technically that is morning. Thrash, huh? I mean, I could just do Maokai. What's up, Squirrel Man? Next patch, the Predator, I don't know. If you could make Maokai tanky enough, the Predator might be worthwhile. I meant to pick Renekton? What? Well, wait a second here. Oh, he's almost out. Let's look at his game real quick and see. Let's run around all day trying to finalize tax stuff. Or tax stuff and house stuff. Because they extended the tax deadline to July 15th because of the virus in the United States, at least. And so I was like, well, I'm just not going to file my taxes till then because we're going to owe. The channel stuff counts as self-employment, which in the United States is really bad tax-wise. You get kind of pwned. So like with Social Security and Medicare, those are standard things that you have to pay. Oh, I think they might actually win right here. I guess I should type to him. Okay, let me exit this real quick and then just let him know that I'll wait on him for a second, because it looks like that's about over. But anyway, so usually that's 15% of your, like you have to end up paying 15% to Social Security and Medicare, but your employer, if you have traditional employment, will pay for half of that. So you only have to pay 7.5%. But if you're self-employed, you don't get that benefit. You have to pay the entire thing. So it's a 7.5% tax on top of everything else. What am I at right now? 4 LP. Yeah, I guess we lost the last one. Remember what we are on this account here. 35. There we go. What's up, Flippy? I need to go grab my drink real quick.
What's up?
What's up, man? Back to gold 3, I see.
Yeah, we climbing.
Nice. All right, let me grab my drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna run the restroom real quick.
All right, you ready?
Give me one. Okay, I should be good.
Okay.
I'm just in the kitchen
I
getting my
got you.
drink ready.
Got that Red Bull mixed with Monster mixed with Jack Daniels or what?
Man, I just getting some Honduras coffee, man. It's pretty
Nice.
good.
Nice. What's up, Butter? Butter says, all right, boys, who's ready to get emotional? Dude, that's my favorite, man.
That's mine too.
I just
I'm about
love
to
going
get it.
outside and watching the sunset and just, you know, bringing a little cup to catch my tears.
Hopefully, it won't get emotional with these games.
That's right.
If anything, emotional of excitement. Maybe we'll get to like gold 2. Who knows?
That's
Well,
right.
hopefully I will. You'll get probably back to plat if we go on a streak here.
That's right. Hey, what's up, hi? Well, I'm not. Thanks for the offer. But, try to keep it relatively clean in the chat. Alright, we got jungle. Kicking it off with a new.
I guess I'm just gonna have to set the world on fire.
Oh, we both got filled. That's interesting. When?
That
huh.
is. Who's asking this? No.
Is that dude main, whatever that is?
That didn't sound too convincing.
You're scared. Good to know.
I mean, that dude plays mostly jungle. Yeah, they have another duo on their side. That's what's going on there. Yeah, what's up, Salguara?
Alright.
Sheep.
So did you guys already close?
No, it's a 30-day.
Oh, okay.
30 days on. So yeah, right now I'm trying to book a home inspection. I've been looking around at different places for next week, and then I have to fish out a bunch of financial stuff to give the loan officer, and then
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
been through that.
that's always fun. Well, I had avoided, like they extended the tax deadline to July 15th because of the Corona thing. So I haven't completed my taxes yet because I'm gonna owe on it. But yeah, so I got to finish those up, and then I'll already have a lot of the financial stuff out. It's just asking for like bank statements and stuff like that for the
Yep.
loan, which is fine. But yeah, it can take a while to hunt all that down. Alright, let's do celerity water walking. Oh, it's Pike middle.
And
Probably.
I'd love to go like middle.
Likely. I think it's more likely Pike middle than Zyra middle.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's all good, Salguar, man. We understand. We love it anytime you want to show up. But we get it that you got a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
All right.
This way too, and
seconds until minions spawn.
Hey, Flippy, sorry that grabbed you. I'm not sure what, yeah, I'm cool with fighting Zach. Usually, for those of you watching that haven't really watched a lot when I was doing jungle, I was practicing jungle a lot over the last couple of months.
The only thing louder than Willem's steps is a snore.
Like 90% of people go bottom to top, so because you get a better leash on bottom. So you kind of have to decide, and as Nunu, you have a lot of options. You can go either way. You can do it with a leash or without a leash, but it's, you know, obviously leashes are nice. But if you're against something that's really aggressive, you don't want to fight at the scuttle, you can just start topside and go bottom. And any of the more kind of passive junglers, you know, you probably want to do that, avoid the enemy jungle. But Nunu, you're not the best at fighting early, but you can secure that scuttle really well, because you have your Q plus smite. So that's why I kind of make my decision where I'm starting with Nunu. Some junglers don't really have much of a choice. They're just so weak early on in the jungle that you just have to have, you know, the double. The two people leashing bottom. But Zach's pretty weak, so I'll just come up here and fight him if he wants to fight at the scuttle. Okay, I gotta remember it's not you metal too. I was gonna ask you if you could help me. If a fight breaks out, it's not true though.
Yeah, I am down bot lane. I won't be able to drift to you at this time.
Just gonna go ahead and use that smite here. It's gonna be up in 10 seconds for the scuttle, and just try to get this done. If he doesn't get a kill there, yeah, I think he's actually gonna, yeah, he's gonna avoid me and go bottom, it looks like. Maybe.
Keep your eyes open for treasure, like skulls or rusty swords. Cool.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. Oh, that's tilting as hell right there.
Nice, we got him. Paid the price for it. Oh, he didn't do Gromp.
An enemy
Holy cow, I did. What?
Pike's right there. Okay, so he actually started red then? I don't know, I guess. Okay, well, he did start on a weird side of the map.
I can try and rotate.
No, I'm just running. I was just trying to delay him.
Okay.
Damn, she doesn't have TP.
Get it back. Dang it, I really want to.
I could have chomped the scuttle and gotten that from him probably, but
There's nothing to it, but
Whatever,
to
I guess
do
I'll
it.
take it. Oh god. Screwed up.
We are crushing them bot right now.
Nice.
Don't be afraid, Willem. I am not scared. Maybe just a little.
Huh. Alright, well, Zach's top side, so maybe let's go dragon.
Dragon?
Yeah. Bot also does, or mid also doesn't have priority, so yeah. Nice.
Why are there never any snow dragons?
You think Zach will only gank from right here?
He can make one.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good word. Yes, sir. I'm not sure about wrapping around at this angle. I think we can do it. A weird angle. Okay, we got it.
Those people put their stuff inside in their cart? I'm gonna knock it out.
Oh, Pike's coming down. Oh, Pike's level 6. What?
Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. I need to buy.
Yeah, I've lost that much experience. I guess maybe when I went to help
People
kill
always
Zach.
ruin the world.
Must have
So
lost
it's
some
up to
experience
kids to
there.
save it.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to figure out why I'm kind of underleveled right now.
Yeah, sometimes if you leave and the wave's not all the way pushed in,
Yeah.
you'll lose experience. But to get vision,
Gotcha. Yeah.
you're always going to be a little bit under. You're the same as Zyra, basically. You might be a little bit less, but that's just support life. You're,
I gotcha.
yeah. So you don't want to be too far under, but being a little bit under is usually just a byproduct of good vision.
Right.
You must be guarding something. A secret. You could do anything, Willem. What would you
Wow,
do?
he hasn't got this scuttle. I thought for sure he's going to get it.
Behind your ears? That's not an adventure.
Oh, she's level 6.
Alright, bro.
Slow down, Willem.
Oh.
An ally has been slain.
Damn, too fast.
No way.
This is just like in my favorite song. This time, it's about us.
It's bottom.
Damn it.
Should make Darius's Q hit instantly with no delay. I don't think Darius needs any buffs.
No.
Personally. Zach might steal a camp or two here, I'm not sure
Last one
what the
there.
situation's gonna be. Oh, it's... okay. Oh,
Shut down.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm rotating there.
that's fine. I'm just gonna let him go. Guess maybe he did my raptors or something.
Heroes don't need hugs. Okay, you're not looking now. Bring it in, you big first snargle.
I'm coming to you.
Oh my god, for real? Pike's probably coming. Damn it. Just twice he's kind of outsmited me on that
This
garbage.
thing keeps getting more terrific.
Pike's up there. He did take that. I do have a... Do I still have this blast planet or did he use it? He used it. Pike's coming.
You're first tickling me.
Oh shit, wrong button. Whoops.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, Jinx. Good
Nice.
shit. That was a W too. They're all-
You were just defending
We
your
might.
home.
Oh, okay, never mind. Crap.
Now I'm running.
Never mentioned that.
Alright, you good? Okay. Pike's gonna be a freaking problem, probably.
That was the song I came to sing.
Jeez, it's-
Man, I knew they were probably gonna rotate down there. Yeah, y'all better.
Heal, 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 heal.
Should have it.
Oh, she didn't have it, okay.
Yeah.
Happily ever after all.
What?
Hurry while
Okay. Take that.
Turret plating.
Yeah, I got too greedy. I knew there was like a 99% chance they were coming down, but I thought I'd be able to get out. But without my flash, that's a no. Even though Pike missed his stun.
let's check out some snow.
I'm not quite as tanky as I think I am. You do. I could have smited red. I thought I was going to be able to get out. And I hadn't seen Zac yet. I thought maybe Pike, and then I could just, you know, run him away and then smite and chomp the red. I don't know. I probably should have, though.
Pike's missing. Oh, he's dead. Duh. Okay, good.
Holy sh... God. Almost had my Q. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have tried that. If he would have been there instead of doing Scuttle to kill the Jax, 100% was dead. But since he wanted to do Scuttle instead of get a kill and save a tower, then I should probably just let it go.
He said it's bad.
Okay.
Did we just die, Willa? Let's do it again!
I mean, I guess I could have just turbo tried to grab the red since I was committing to it anyways. I mean, my Q plus smite is almost insta-kill the red.
Sometimes the world's more interesting when you close your eyes. I see.
She's serious, man.
Whoa, they have warts. That's how you know.
Oh,
they're bad
damn.
guys.
Pike's down bot.
We're off like a dirty tune. That's what one of the elders used to say. I wonder if he's alright.
Are you kidding me right now?
I can't pronounce it. Well, you can't say Nunu either.
Be nice to get that break here. I'm gonna head there. Oh shoot, they're on it.
Really? Yeah, that's my bad. Should have been there faster.
Let's counter snap. 11-7-1, 11.
Ally has been slain. Shut down.
Alright.
Yeah, I definitely should have gone. I didn't think I thought Zach was gonna full on retreat. Thought I had time for golems and that, but was wrong.
The adventure continues.
Really
Go Team Yeti!
Wait.
see you, buddy.
Oh, we got interrupted. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Well, can we do that? I mean, someone needs to stop these towers, though.
I bet we could have fun over there.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, with Bran and Jinx. Yeah, that's a good call. Actually, wouldn't have thought of that this early, but we do have a good team for it. See you, Flippy. Thanks for coming out, buddy.
Zyra's right here. Where did she go?
She just ran back out.
Oh.
Bye. That, and then...
We get this bot tower.
I swim, spray of souls. Legend seekers, elder souls. The frozen key.
Hey, thanks, Flippy. I appreciate it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
We got Baron, so we're gonna probably try and push hard.
Mm-hmm. See if I can stop him from backing.
Yeah. We're on their tier 2 right now. Where did? Oh my God, Jinx back. What? Oh. I might be able to get this. Oh shit. Oh.
Get it? You're laughing on the
An ally
inside.
has been slain.
Let's keep going. We got Baron. Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna hit it.
Everything. It's in there with
It's
me.
fine. Let's get at least one more tower, then we'll go ahead and get it.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Legendary.
Okay, y'all are gonna get that. I'm just gonna chomp his jungle then. Oh my gosh, come on, bro.
I got you 3 icicles out your spot. Just never jumped hard enough.
It's warded. Surprise.
That's right. Oh god.
Oh no, I'm coming. Give your ult.
No. Jeez, where did Jax just walk over there? Okay, that was my bad. Damn, I guess we got surprised. The flank there.
Shut down.
Damn. Got a couple of kills right there. That's not good. Playing bronze styles sometimes. I mean, that happens all the time. Even in like, well, happens less in higher elo brackets, but you still get some head scratchers on the engages sometimes. Interesting choices.
Dead? I can see you breathing.
Jax is pretty strong. I don't have Thorn Mail or anything. Okay, he's running.
Cold. I'm glad you're here, Willem.
I backed off that wave so Jinx could have it. People who are wondering.
Everyone knows you're the great, and they hit stuff really hard. Only I know.
Shut down.
stop.
Which hissed as her spell was spun, and heroes raised their voices once. Reward! They joined the fight.
Well, where the is everybody?
God.
Did we get Zach? No, we didn't even get Zach.
I eat raw beef for breakfast.
We're following.
She's gonna get a ult in there.
Shut down.
Make him go boom.
That's right. It's nice. Sorry I didn't have ults or something. I don't know. Or did she ult? No, she didn't. I don't know.
Rallior's greatest heroes on their way.
Nah, I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think we're gonna get it. Get dragon?
Mom's out there somewhere. I can hear
Yeah, let's just
her
go
well
get Soul.
Yeah.
by the time I go to sleep.
Got followed up in 10.
Oh, really? Dragon?
Yeah, we just end it.
How many words do yays have for snow? And for farts?
It's all shoulder gold off.
That's right.
Should we push this in?
I think we just end.
Alright, we'll just end. They're gonna be coming up here. Well. Oh my god, he just played me so bad there.
Someone out there needs our
Okay.
Stop by blue for like 3 seconds. It's possible if I didn't stop by that blue, maybe we could have ended. I don't know. It's really close.
Make way for the
Eh.
Yeti!
I'm gonna head top. You know, I I am going to pop some people like right here.
Nice.
Enemy has been
Very bad. That
Steel flash
Zara.
cut through air, and
Eh.
web guarding the spider's lair.
What, is this
A
like
glance
tank Pike?
covered
What is this Pike
claws
doing?
and hair, a web of danger, life
I don't know if I
and
agree with
snare.
Titanic. I can get on board with Death Stance, I guess, but get stuff, son.
Nice.
Oh, we got him. Yeah, I flashed it. Jesus was asking earlier why I flashed in the pit, like, early on, is because I messed up and pressed R first. Because I didn't have a blast plant and they had a scuttle watching the entrance. And so I just flashed into the pit to make sure they didn't see me. I should have control warded the pit first and then flashed in. But yeah, I just used my flash just for some stealth on the scuttle, or on the dragon. And it turned out that he was on the bottom side, because when I walked out of that pit, he was right there and he almost caught me.
Oh, yeah,
that's-
man.
Yeah. Nice.
That damage.
Okay, yeah, that is a good point, Ori. I was more along the lines of thinking, like, Titanic scales with bonus health, right? Like, all of its stuff is it total health or bonus health? I thought it was bonus health.
What in the heavens are you still doing up?
Oh, it is max health, okay. Max, okay, alright, I stand corrected. Maybe that, I'd have to do the exact math on that, but maybe that is worth, because he does want Tiamat anyway, so he's already paid 1,400, what, 1,425 for it, and Tiamat is really cost inefficient, so okay, I thought it was of your bonus health. Okay, so it's max health. Alright, okay. It's probably a little bit better than I think it is, and that's a good point. I was just thinking the same thing you just basically said. He can't get bonus health, so why? But yeah, maybe Ravenous is better. He already had a lot of lifesteal though. I don't know. Like, that does more AoE damage in fights if you're going to be sitting there auto-attacking on. Maybe he thought the fights were going to go so long and we were team fighting that that's why he wanted it. It's a big old kitty.
It is a big old kitty.
I still think Umbral, I don't know, Umbral's just too good to pass up. I would get that item early if I can. I mean, I'm not like an expert on Pike, but that item seems extremely good to me. Especially if you want to be roaming that much. Yeah, you are invisible, you know, for part of the roam, but just being able to lock out that vision for the rest of your team makes it so much easier for your jungler to gank. Like, vision's just OP, and Umbral just basically gives you a free sweep. You get gold off of killing wards too, so it does, you know, eventually pay for itself. Now you do have to pay, you do have to kill somewhere between 10 and 30 wards to get 100% value out of it, but it's just such a cheap item too at 2,400. Let me see, because I might actually try out some Pike next week. We'll see. He is getting a couple of buffs that are pretty big. I think lowered cooldown on his Q, and maybe more damage. Something with his E. I think his E might do more damage, and they're lower, or like they're making his W not where he doesn't move as fast. So you'll go 1 point in W and then it maxes E. Well, I've got the freaking thing right in front of me. Let's see what it says. Oh, his armor is going down. I thought his armor was going up. Okay, his armor and his magic resist per level are going down. Oh, it's the Q mana cost. So double buff on Q goes to 55 at early ranks. and then the cooldown is down by 2 seconds at early ranks, and the damage is up by 10. Okay, so it's like 3 buffs to Q. Oh, and the E damage is up too. So E damage is up 10 at both ranks. So, all right, so 3 buffs to Q and a buff to E. I didn't get it off. Whatever. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Yeah, that's true too. His ult does scale off lethality, and Pike's ult and Pike's W, the movement speed, I think also scales off of lethality. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Umbral Glaive is the most common one. I mean, that item, like, is so good. It's so annoying, I'll tell you, as a support player, when the enemy gets that. Yeah, Glaive is 91% of Pikes get Umbral Glaive. High level Pikes. But even lower level Pikes. It's just so cheap, too. It's 2,400 gold and just lets you get going. I mean, yeah, it's got a little bit less AD. It's got 50 AD on it, and it doesn't... A little bit less lethality, and it doesn't do, like, a damage active, but... I think you can probably replace Ghostblade with it a lot of times if you get it early. I mean, they're both, like, pretty good, but... I don't know. I think Umbral has to be in there somewhere. Cogmaw, am I going to fall for the Lulu bait here? Oh no, he's going Jin. Oh, Zillion. That's no fun. It's got good on Cogmaw. Should have scouted this earlier. No.
You not feeling it?
Well, I didn't look at everybody else. I was just...
Oh, I didn't know if you... I don't know if it's something that you were wanting to dodge, because I have some, well, actually, you know what? I think I dodged a game today. So it'd be my 10-minute, or my 6-minute one, or I don't know what it is. What's your second dodge?
The second dodge is 6, but you lose 10 LP. It's still 6 minutes, but it's 10 LP. I mean, we can play it, whatever.
I mean, I'll play it if...
Yeah, no, the Fiddlesticks is good. You're good, so we can just count on Cog to feed, and I'll just do the best that I can to help him not feed.
Sounds good.
I mean, I guess at least he's playing something that scales. Hey, what's up, Mystery? They have a lot of, well, decent chunk of early game stuff.
Squish. Well, I mean, we're pretty squished too, but
yeah. Alright, so Oldie Hunter goes Poro. We don't need second wind here. That. I'm still gonna keep Ignite. I kind of want Exhaust, but I just can't ever bring myself to get Exhaust on Rakan. I mean, the big thing is, like, usually you get access to their squishies if you want on the back line, so you can ignite a good target. Whereas, like, some of the enchanters, you kind of have to hang back. You can't get too close, and so, you know, Exhaust can be better against assassins that are diving you, but you can go Exhaust on Rakan. It's not like the worst in the world. It'd be good against Zed or Riven. I mean, it's good against their team, but... And we're not going to have kill threat early. I don't know. Maybe I should have done Exhaust, but... Nah,
I think Hawk took Exhaust.
Yeah, he did take Exhaust.
Yeah, I wasn't...
Which is kind of bad. I mean, we need heal, but...
Yeah, you do.
Go Morg versus Zillion. I don't really like Morg in general right now. I mean, they don't, like... Well, yeah, you can Black Shield his double bomb, I guess. That's cool, but... She just doesn't do it. I mean, I guess she's got a bind. I don't know. Her cooldowns are just so long. I don't think Exhaust got buff. It may have gotten a small buff. I can't remember. Like, but it hasn't been for several patches.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
What humans call magic?
Alright. Alright.
Some of that's just the meta shifting around.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, Rakan's fine. Like, it's not an amazing matchup because Zillion can just ult whoever you ult, so that's annoying, but it is, yeah, but it's not just the this is what I talk about a lot when people ask me about counter picks and stuff. It's not just the lane that I'm picking for, like I'm picking for mid and late game too. And my assumption is this Cog is probably not going to do very well. Now, I'm going to be happily surprised if he does. I want him to do well. I'm not, you know, I'm not rooting for him to fail, but I've got a contingency plan if he does because Rakan roams really well. So you can kind of play around your other lanes if you need to, versus Morg and Soraka don't roam as well. I mean, Soraka with her ult kind of does roam, but they have too many divers for Soraka. They've got Zed, Elise, Riven, and the Zillion. Like, she is pretty good into Zillion, but he can speed people up like Riven to come down and kill you. And I think we're probably going to get camped, so yeah, so it's, you know, in the abstract, if it was like other situations, yeah, I might pick some other stuff. But Rakan's kind of my default. Like, I don't think my laner's probably going to do that well, so I'm just going to have a contingency plan. No, I haven't, like, Janna's good sometimes. I mean, she'd be alright. Lulu's the other one that I could pick. I mean, Lulu Cog is classically extremely good, so maybe I should have done Lulu Cog, but
Hold up. Hold up, hold up. Oh, hello.
nice. That was a great cheese gank there. Not a fiddle.
I think they underestimate my charm. How is that even possible?
Yeah, Rakan's super safe. I mean, I think Rakan is always a top 5. I mean, I had him out of there for a little bit, but I was probably wrong for that. Yeah, I think he's kind of always a top 5 support. He just has such a good kit. Is he gonna flash?
Oh, yep.
There's just people there. Yeah, let's just spec up. And I mean, Rakan can play around Cog too. You know, I can go Zeke's, which I'll open with, and I can also go Ardent Sensor. So it's not like he's bad with ADCs that want Ardent. He's just kind of like just jack of all trades. He's not gonna scale as hard as Soraka, but he still scales pretty well. You know, his engage, like his early damage and just chain CC is not gonna be as hard as Leona, but he's still got pretty good engage. So he's just kind of like above average at almost everything.
I will walk in. I will dance.
His
They will part.
repeating free shield on his passive gives him a surprising amount of durability in the laning phase too. It's like he gets an extra couple hundred HP. Oh, how did I miss that? What?
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Well, I mean, Zillion's okay. Like, yeah, he can shut down my engage on one person, but I still have all the shields, and I can still CC multiple people in fights. It's not like Rakan's terrible in a long fight, either. It's not as bad as it is, like, let's say, against Zyra or some other, like, Pike or Blitz, you know? Like, once those champs use their main cooldowns, it's just, like, really bad. But Rakan still has stuff in the tank.
All right.
I mean, I don't know statistically, like, what his win rate is against a lot of champs. So like I say, he's not my favorite, but I don't think he's, like, as hard of a counter as something like Veigar or Poppy or something like that. Those are really annoying for Rakan, but he doesn't really impede your movement or threaten you early. You just kind of farm off a lot of times. And you just basically, you just cancel each other's ults, and it's like, okay, given the rest of the kit, would you want Rakan or Zillion? If neither one of them had an ult, I'd probably still want Rakan. I don't know why he got pickaxe though. I'm a little worried about that. I guess maybe he's trying to rush Gensu's first or something.
I'm gonna take all they got, then laugh as I throw it away.
But I'm not like, oh no, Zillion. You know, if I pick Rakan, I'm not like scared of Zillion.
Let's see what's happening.
Okay, I thought he was gonna come down for that, but not bad.
Too easy.
It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
Nice job down there. Holy.
Wait to see what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do.
got him.
It's a revolution. And it's
As long as Zed doesn't get down here, we should be able to get this.
Yeah, I'm gonna forward to make sure.
Oh, he's good. I see him. Just chilling. You got enough pressure on him.
Yeah. He shouldn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
everyone leads someplace. I do not wish to kill the mortals. I want them to hear the music.
He's probably calling. I need a gank. I need a gank.
Help, please. This is yours too much.
Help. Help, please. I'm just kidding.
Zer's too hardcore. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get,
I'm so fine, I gotta kiss
actually I
myself.
can't get full Aegis. What am I thinking?
An enemy has been slain.
They do have a lot of AD. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get Tabby. I'll respect it. Uh-oh. He tried to ult into that? I guess he did.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself. But you too!
Yeah, he's rushing Gensu's. I'm not sure about that. I feel like Blatherin King's better, but
It's magic, it's wild. I'm just here for the party.
is she there? Okay. I guess.
Make a play on this guy.
Yeah, sure. Got shield up in 8.
He did me.
Oh, we got it. Alright, at least it's top.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of... They are scared of where it's from.
I'm back in.
Ally has been slain.
Like another dangerous situation. Hey, cloak right? Yes, it
I'm going to
is.
sell it and get a control ward. I am losing 37 gold on that, but try to get it another ward down here.
I'll take that.
Hello? Anybody
Don't hit it, don't hit it, don't. Okay, well, I think it's going to reveal. Maybe not. I think they just saw him walk in.
I need my love to hurt. I need the world to be scary. I don't apologize for it. I feel good.
You don't have ult? Oh, he doesn't even have ult. Okay, oops.
Dance on top.
Alright, Zed's coming for you. He has ult.
I got you.
I'm coming. Fiddle has ult.
They will remember my name.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh my god, for real? How did that shit hit me? Really? She threw a prediction web?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
If it don't get out of control,
Alright.
it ain't a party.
Or maybe I just W'd too late. Was he really just trying to take that blue?
Your turret
I think he was trying to clear a ward.
Oh, okay.
Looks good.
I don't think he would.
Kick some ass.
Oof. Yeah, Dora's getting kind of smashed here. Jesus.
Oh, hello.
Wait, he lived? How the hell did he get out? Oh my god. When did Riven sneak in there? I mean, I guess it was warded, but I guess did she come over this wall or something? I don't, because you get like a couple of seconds of vision whenever you ward before the control ward kicks in.
Cog's gonna like, I think start 1v5ing here.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I got
ally has been slain.
Like he don't even know who to hit. Oh yeah. See, like I mean, this is
Yeah.
he's really bad.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Alright, Cogmaw.
Yep. He totally.
He totally
well, I'm
beat,
not gonna say.
beat the
yeah.
expectations, for sure. First time Cog against that team. Hey, that's fine. I got Zeke's for him. I'll get an Ardent Sensor next. Like I said, Rakan's still pretty good with those hyper carries because he's actually one of the few people that can get Zeke's and Ardent comfortably without being weird. So you can actually go for the double on hit bonuses. And his peeling's pretty good too, so like I said, it's not much of a sacrifice to get Rakan over Lulu. Lulu is better
I
for
think
sure.
we can. Never mind. I was gonna say we probably could siege, but
Nah.
probably the safer route.
Damn it, Zion. what
Like
do you
Lulu's definitely better, but huh. Damn item.
Is Edge of Night like Banshees?
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. It's a lethality Banshee's item.
Alright.
You know, assassins need that.
I don't do safe.
It's like, well, we don't want assassins to be too vulnerable to CC.
Kill this hog.
I need some fun.
We got a little time here. I'm coming in. Maybe I should have gone swiftness. I feel kind of slow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
ulted
She
it.
stayed up for so long.
Ecstasy.
Enemy double kill.
God, that Riven was up with like 1 HP for so long.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I didn't even get called. Something... Maybe she stunned me.
That's really good.
Shut down.
I'm impatient.
Maybe didn't need to take that, but I didn't see him flash, so he may have still had flash, and his E was probably coming back up. I didn't want to see him run out, so. I am building towards Ardent for Cog, so.
Without wild magic, we have no children. We have no future.
Fiddle doesn't have his ult yet.
Time to get it started.
Get this Gromp while we're waiting. Holy. Oh my god.
Tragic.
They got hard fake there. Have wards. They got it.
Only as wild as they ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
Could get Locket. It's not amazing against their team. Sure, I think Shrelia is gonna be a little bit better. Oh, he's going crit next? I'd probably get Death's Dance or something if I was called
Offended by
that.
how little attention.
He's probably going Infinity Edge. What else? Or he needs Hurricane.
They will see
Enemy
my
killing
depths.
spree.
Then they will know magic.
Okay. Wait, he sold Crit Cloak and got Zeal. So he is getting Hurricane. Alright, so I guess he just zoned out and got the wrong item. So he lost a little bit of gold on that. Probably lost like 200 gold off that change.
I'm gonna live forever.
Oh wow. Dude, this alien is just fucking tearing it up.
Oh my god. No, Zillion does have Cinder Hulk. Yeah, that's... It's not good. Or not Zillion, Fiddlesticks. Damn. I guess I should have just ulted the Elise there. Over there, they're gonna be on Baron, aren't they? I thought she was dead, and I was gonna save it for the cavalry arriving. The Elise.
Humans claim it fence us over, populated refuse. I dance because I'm free.
I didn't even see the Zillion coming out and flash that pit from, like, the flanking Zillion. Zillion have an ult.
I am definitely.
Yeah, Zillion really, like, or, Fiddlesticks really needed to get echoes, runic echoes, I think.
Magic is like fire. For us.
And swiftness would help out a ton here. But... And the extra tankiness is nice. I don't get blown up by Riven. When does this season end? Usually mid-November. November 15th-ish. Unless they do something special because of Rona.
I am a chronic lion. Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously.
Oh, where you at?
When you open your eyes, everything.
So, I mean, if we all just go top, we kill him, right?
Wait, what the hell? How? How, like, we
What?
lost a 4v5. Like, what just happened? Fiddle was on the wrong side of the dragon. I guess he got comboed by Elise.
When I get sad,
Like, we were all trying to pull it out of the pit, and he was, like, on the opposite side of dragon as us.
Still 45 set stop.
Yeah. Jesus. How are we losing this? Is someone like DCing in the middle of these fights? Like, it feels like these should be hard wins. Like, legit, I'm gonna have to go back and watch replay. I have no clue how we're losing this because we just made the Zillion blow everything on himself, and then we had Riven isolated. I don't know what's going on.
Magic.
No, at least isn't good. It was just the Fiddlesticks had terrible positioning on the dragon. Like, if he would have just been on the other side of the dragon, she can't hit him with her web. I guess, I don't know.
Should I?
I'd have to go back and watch that dragon fight. Maybe Riven was zoning everybody off or something. Oh my god. Okay, well this is starting to explain it a little bit. Fiddlesticks has Thornmail. Like, who's perpetuating this tank fiddle garbage? Dude, we're just a little short on damage, and that's it. Like,
Your turret has been destroyed.
so bad. Why do people keep running tank fiddle? And he has aftershock too. Dude, it's just, if he had electrocute and just normal items, we kill him so easily. We just don't have any damage. Like, we've got a fear, that's it, and he can still fear. Like, we don't want long extended fights versus them. They have no tanks. We need burst damage. It's so tilting that we're losing this game off of cute itemization. It's just like an Iron 4 player could just go look at u.gg, MobaFire, whatever the hell website, get the plugin, Overwolf. It'll tell you exactly what to get. Like, I'm probably doing more damage with Fiddlesticks. Not literally, but like it's just so bad. I mean, yeah, Fiora's 2 and 10, but like it doesn't matter. She's just having a bad game. The thing is, Fiddlesticks, like, you know, it's an itemization thing. Fiora's just playing poorly. But, you know, that's just mechanical errors, decision-making errors, stuff like that. It's like, itemization should not be a problem. Like, very simple, straightforward itemization. The all caps videos are just striking again here, I guess. I don't know. We need soul, guys. Yeah, who cares about Nasher? Soul's up. Hog's literally sitting here pinging instead of rotating down. Like, I had vision of that area.
God, I'm like attacking everywhere. Oh my goodness. I don't understand, man.
We just don't have any damage. Like, Fiddlesticks might as well be a super minion. Look at this damage he's doing to Riven right now. That's a full channeled ult. on a level 15 Fiddlesticks.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Damn, that felt bad.
Them dance. I will make them fear.
I spammed it too, right? It's like, well, come on, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, people on your team are going to do poorly. Like, they're just going to have mechanical errors, bad matchups. People in chat are saying Fiora's a bad matchup and stuff like that. But the Fiddlesticks is, like, 100%, like, easily fixed. That's just a purchase item. Like, you should not be able to mess that up. There's no mechanics. There's no macro. It's just straight up, can you read?
All caps strike again. Oh man, that feels bad. I did more damage than the cog.
Yeah, you do AoE. He was getting dove a lot at the end. Like, I was trying to peel the Riven off of him, but, like, Zed, Riven, all that dive was coming. So he was, like, super far ahead early, but... Yeah, the Zillion did more damage than the Fiddlesticks did.
How much did he do, actually?
16,000.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's, like... It's not the worst thing in the world, but, like, with how far... Well, we weren't, like, ultra far ahead, but... we were up, you know... quite a bit. Like, if he just had a normal build, he would have, you know, he would have had like 30,000 damage. Where is just, yeah, I just want damage taken. So was he like even absorbing any damage? I mean, he was some, but like, I don't know. Not only is it just like bad in general, but like specifically against their team fight comp or their team comp, you don't want to do something like that because they don't have any tanks. Like, we don't want long fights. They have all assassins. Like, all of their damage is going to be up front, and they have a lot of ways to interrupt and play around your drain. Like, maybe if they had 3 tanks on their team, and you're just like, okay, you know what? They got Mundo, they got Volibear, and this other stuff. I'm not going to be able to get good ults. I'm not going to be able to kill people, so I might as well just try to drain tank and extend the fight as long as possible. And just try to peel for the back line. I still don't like that idea as Fiddlesticks. I think you should be positioning better and controlling vision and getting to the back line. But if you're making that concession, if you're just like, they have too many tanks, they have like 3 tanks, you know, Mundo, Volibear, Leona, and maybe they have an Ezreal ADC, you know, and just Echo, you know, other stuff that's really slippery where you're just not going to get good ults. Like, alright, fine. Maybe in that circumstance make some concessions. But when they have like all assassins that are all front-loaded damage, you need to kill them while they're CC'd, because if you don't, they're gonna dive on that backline and kill Fiddlesticks. So that's why I'm just harping on the Fiddle. It's like, yeah, Fiora, but I mean, what's there to say about it? She just got outplayed. Maybe she doesn't know how to play Fiora. I mean, it happens. She was Silver 2. Or no, the Riven and the Zed were Silver 2.
Oh man, that feels bad.
Yeah. But maybe, you know, maybe she's just, whatever, he just has a bad game, but there's, like, no excuse for that Fiddlesticks. And, I mean, I made mistakes, too. I'm not trying to say I didn't make any mistakes.
I did as well, yeah.
But that's, you know, that's just the easiest thing that could have definitely fixed the game. It was a glaring error. So that's what was happening. I was like, how are we losing these fights? It was a 4v5. Well, it's like, well, we were basically playing a 4v5 all game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Even if you got more optimal tank items, I don't like that build. Like, Fiddlesticks does so much damage, and like his whole playstyle is to surprise people and do a hell of a lot of damage up front while they're CC'd. Like, that's his thing. I think if you want to play like a tanky disruptor, you know, type of champ that's just gonna brute force and just heal and shield your way through everything. Just play Nunu or like Volibear or something.
Sometimes Sonya's just good enough.
Yeah, sometimes Anya is good enough, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. If they're dead, they're not doing damage to you. So
Exactly. I mean, if you die, you die, but I'm pretty sure he would have done a hell of a lot more damage in those fights. We would have
It's enough.
turned him a lot more.
people have been talking about, and I haven't really looked up videos on it, but I know that like Fiddle like top or Fiddle middle runs tank sometimes. I don't know how good that is. I know LCS people were talking about that, like, oh, Fiddle top is a counter to Aatrox or something like that in pro play, and Koreans were doing it or whatever. I think lane Fiddle's a little different because you're going to get hit while you're draining. Now, I haven't watched the video on it, but just theoretically, you're going to get hit while you're draining stuff. That's what you want to do, is drain and push, drain and push. And so maybe that makes more sense, and it's harder to get an element of surprise because they know where you are in the lane, and they're going to know if you're missing. Versus jungle, it's a lot harder to track a jungler than a laner. And you're not going to be getting hit while you're farming in the jungle most of the time. So, I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. It goes Draven. You want me to go Nami or Leona? I don't think I have Nami on this account.
Leo.
It's Kane. Yeah, okay. We can do that.
I mean, even Rakan seems pretty good.
He is, but you know what? We're on the gold account. We'll play. Thing is, I want to get wins for Jason as well. I mean, like, Leona's not that bad. She's just risky.
No.
But...
I like Leona. I like Leona when I see her in my game, so I don't care. I really don't care what you play.
Yeah.
You could play. Shoot. You could
Right.
play. What's something? You can play Rek'Sai bot, and I'd let you play it.
Yeah. Okay, it's Senna. Okay, so double AD bot. I don't have that much CC. I might just go. Blitz. I don't know if I own Blitz on this account. I really don't want to do Blitz in a Vayne. I mean, yeah, maybe Vayne is not that
What,
great.
you just don't want to get hooked and condemned into a wall, dude?
Well, she just, in theory, should be able to dodge it. Wait.
Right.
Is she really bot lane with TP right now? You trying to disrespect us like that? You're going to take a TP against Draven Leona? We're going to make sure you get good use of it. You may not like the way you're going to be using it, but hopefully.
Maybe he just doesn't realize it and is like, oh, where's my heal?
That's right.
Starts TPing somewhere.
Dude, I was talking with my New York friend. I've mentioned him on here before, and his he has an apartment. I don't remember if it's in New York or Jersey, or he's like, I'm not sure if he's moved in with his fiance or not. They said they popped into the stream last night. I'm sure he's probably asleep by now, but they are just kind of wondering what's going on with it. And, you know, they're a lot more kind of normie, I guess, would be the Twitch word for it. So they're just like, how does he, you know, why does he stream so late? How does he, you know, make any money off of this or whatever? Or why do people watch video games, that type of stuff? They're not like too much old fogies, but they're just more kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. But, and he's probably my best friend. He's certainly up there. Some of it's hard to rank friends because, you know, I like all my friends, but Jason's number one, obviously.
That's without a doubt.
Without a doubt. But this guy's been my my good friend since like first grade or something. And anyways,
Yeah, it's kind of like how me and Pat are.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until like a little ways into hanging out with you guys. You guys, a lot of you been friends since like grade
like
school.
me and Connor, we've been friends since 5th grade, and Pat was 1st grade when we moved down from.
Yeah, I remember you telling me you'd go over and like Connor's dad would play like Diablo with you guys and stuff.
Dude, so we were introduced to Diablo 1 in 5th grade, and we beat the game. It shouldn't take probably 8 hours, but it took us 8 hours to beat Diablo 1. We had like 4 people, And then we started Diablo 2 right after that, like 4 in the morning.
Dude, that'd be so awesome, man. I wish I knew somebody whose dad was like that. That'd be great.
Oh, it was so much fun.
But anyways, my buddy lives in New York, and he said that his he called me and we were talking about you know, the house that we're gonna be moving into here in a month, and he was just like, I asked him how much his rent was on his apartment, because we were talking about how much I was paying for this place down here, and he said that his rent is like $5,000 a month in Manhattan. I was like, oh my god. I was like, dude. But yeah, it was pretty nuts.
That's impressive.
I'm like, dude, how? I mean, people make more money up there, but he's always talking about, he's like, man, I don't have any money, and he's like a surgeon, he's like a doctor. And I was like, dude, yeah, you do. Don't play with me. And he's just like, no, I don't. Well, I can kind of see. It's like, well, paying that much. And then I was talking about, I'm not going under tower against her. We should have gone maybe for level 2. They're playing pretty far back, but like I can engage as Rakan because I can get back out. But like with Leona, it's like you're in or you're out, you know. Kane is probably topside.
He is.
But I was telling him, you know, about trying to avoid some taxes by waiting to sell our house for a couple of months. And he was just like, dude, don't even talk to me about taxes from up there. I think he said just the commute, the tolls. I think it was both ways, but it was like $20 a day in tolls. Just to drive to work and back. I'm like, dude, how does anyone live there? Oh my god, that was bad. Oof. Surprised Draven's not pinging me after that one, but... oh my god, I could never live there. The price tags alone would give me a heart attack. Oh, it probably is. Yeah, dude, like, the South is unbelievably cheap about a lot of things. For a lot of people. That's why, you know, I think there's going to continue to be a migration. There already kind of is, but I think there's going to be a lot more of that. Where you got people from West Coast and Northeast moving down to the South. Because people are going to get tired. I mean... Like, you could live in, like, a massive mansion for that price down here.
Oh, yeah.
Probably in southern Ohio, too. I mean, you get, like, a 15,000 square foot house or something. I asked him how big his apartment was, too. He said 1,200 square feet.
Oh, man.
I was like, what? So I feel bad for him to some extent. I mean, he likes some aspects up there, but it's... Oh my god. Wow. The stupid... I don't think I could have gotten one more auto in there. I was trying to give it to Draven, but... she got a second invisibility off of Senna's thing, and he couldn't auto attack. That's really frustrating. Yeah, he's kind of trapped up there, but... It's okay, he's making do. I mean, he did meet his fiance up there, and she's really cool, so it's some good stuff. But I'm a little biased. I want him to come back home, because I'd like to hang out with him more, but it's probably not going to be possible for a while. His brother's coming back. His brother was in
Right to you, Darius.
Rhode Island. Oh, you sent it to him and he goofed it up?
Yeah, man. Well, I think Lysandra just, queued away, which, whatever.
Dude, put your head down and
But
go.
I figured.
Oof, this Draven went Zeta on me there. If he would just put his head down, she's dead.
Man, this has to be the most boring lane.
Yeah, this is kind of why I don't play Leona. Hopefully we get back in there. I know people like seeing stuff like this, but it's like... she just has... If you don't have really good wave positioning, like if you're pushing in a tower, it's just so hard early on to do anything, and if you're behind, it's just so easy to dodge or E.
Has been slain.
Like if I was Rakan, I could just W in, knock him up, and then E back out and take like one tower shot, and we could at least get some small trades. Like Leona doesn't know what small trades are. And then if your ADC backs out, like we had a kill on Vayne right there, I'm pretty sure. Or we at least would have made her back. And you're just like basically counting on your ADC to actually like engage with you. You would think a Draven would, but I did miss some E's. It's not like I'm playing this lane perfectly. But
Should I come? I'm gonna come bot. I'm coming down here.
well, they heard the dragon and they're backing up. I don't have anything, man.
First light approaches.
Well, rental market is a scam, I think, and like those big play. But there's just such massive demand. I mean, they can charge almost whatever they want if there's no vacancies, you know. I guess let's do that. They do have quite a bit of AD.
Care.
I think the housing market's actually a huge bargain right now in the United States, at least.
Yes, it is.
With the crazy low rates and
Yep.
just different treatments and how much it's been going up over time. I mean, I've talked about this before on the channel, but I mean, you know, a lot of it's going to depend on your credit score and stuff like that too, the rates you can get and stuff. But you know, over the last 20 years,
Has been slain.
housing's gone up by 4.5%. At least like in my state or area, and it's even hotter in some places like California and things like that. A lot of like big markets. I'm not 6 yet. What? Such a waste of a Draven ult. This Draven's. But if you go 20% down, and a lot of people go even lower than that. You know, you might be able to go as low as like 5% down. But with like 20% down, you get 5-to-1 leverage basically. So for like, you know, $20,000 down payment, you can get a $100,000 house. And so when that goes up 4.5%, you know, you've only put 20,000 basically invested. That's all the down payment was. And then if it goes up 4.5%, that's 4.5% on the total property, which in that scenario would be 100,000. So that's a 4,500 gain on a 20,000 investment. So, you know, not including interest rates, which obviously those are important, but
Syndra's coming bot. Draven's just gonna die. Oh my god. Well,
run.
I'm gonna try and make my way to you.
I think we'll get out.
Oh yeah, she's way up.
So whatever 45, we'll just say it's a 4% gain instead of 4.5, just for easy math. That'd be a 20% return a year on the house. Now the difference there though is interest rate. So if it's going up 4%, but it's still a good bargain. If it goes up 4%, but you get a 3% interest rate, you're getting 1% on the house. So you're getting a 1% return on a $100,000 house, which is a 5% return a year. Which is good. And the thing is, like, you can live in a house, you can't live in a stock, you know, or anything like that. also. So it's like you can live in it and you get equity in the house. So, you know, not a large amount when you first start paying the amortization schedule, but your first payments, but it's something, you know, if your mortgage payment's like, you know, $800, you probably get at least $200 out of that for, towards equity, which is just basically money you get back when you sell the house. So housing is a very, very good investment if you get the right kind of house at the right time, and you have decent credit. The United States is very heavily slanted. They really want you to buy housing because that
Back up. We're good.
that fuels so much of the market. Like, so many industries are based on housing. Now that got a little out of control in the early 2000s.
Is he really getting outscaled by this freaking Nemo? I'm coming to you.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming. Want to get this plate.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Vayne just teleported.
Hey, we put it to good use for her.
Yep.
So yeah, it can be tricky, but well, yeah, you do need to account for inflation, but the thing is, houses are like one of the biggest contributors to inflation. So it's like, if it inflates, your house is going to go up more because it's not a cash thing, I think. It depends. But inflation is just a really complex idea these days. It's not what people used to think it is. People used to think you just print a bunch of money and there's inflation. Well, it hasn't happened in the United States, and everyone says it's going to keep happening. But either way, like, if houses go up, you know, if inflation's 2%, your house is probably going to go up an additional 2%. To some extent, but I mean, inflation's going to eat every asset, right? So it's like, if you're getting stocks, going to eat stocks, going to eat anything potentially, but owning something like that is probably going to be I would think a little bit more protected than other types of products. Definitely better than holding cash.
Feel the sun's glory.
Cash is trash, basically, unless the market's like in a huge downturn.
Ever vigilant.
Kane's mid. He's going top side jungle, looks like.
Okay.
I might try and go kill him at his blue. That should be up, right?
It's hard to tell. Ours is not up, but I don't know his pathing.
Stay at the vanguard.
Sorta. I mean, it's complicated, Wings, though. Like, a lot of the stuff they did with the money was they were giving out money to businesses not to fire people or to try to hold people on their payroll, and they made it to where people couldn't foreclose on their houses.
Darius.
Oh, he got aggro? Yeah, so I think that actually, I mean, it's complicated, but like, they didn't give a lot of extra money to bank. They did, but like, a lot of the stuff they did was not big bank stuff, because the banks were in pretty good financial shape this time around. A lot of them didn't even have to cut their dividends.
First light of
So the banks had a lot of reserves. It was way different than 2008, but they were, heavily trying to entice employers not to fire their employees. They had the payment protection program. the
Oh my
PPP.
god, I messed up that up. What
And
is
yeah, you
going
do
on?
see some like medium-sized businesses taking advantage of that, and that was only for smaller businesses. It was only supposed to be for smaller businesses, the PPP. Now there were, once again, some abusers of it, but in general, I think it preserved quite a few jobs, and they made it to where landlords couldn't evict
Oh
tenants,
my god.
and banks couldn't foreclose on houses for like 2 months or something. So they did a lot to try to keep people in their houses, keep people in their jobs. You know, they increased the unemployment benefit by $600 per.
Saunders 4 now.
How did I get knocked by? Oh, the vein. So I think they were trying to target middle class stuff a lot. I mean, the thing is, like the Wall Street places, a lot of the bigwig companies are not gonna fail, right? Maybe oil companies, but
Tilted me so bad.
they did bail out some of the airlines. I don't even know if they did though. They said that they would offer the airlines. Like a lot of what they did with their packages was they said they would do stuff and then they didn't actually do it. But it was just the threat of them saying that they would do it, or I guess the promise that they would do it.
Getting mid.
Okay. Really discourage people from selling their stocks and definitely from shorting.
Coming. Holy.
From what I understand, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was really complicated, but I think this one there was a very earnest effort to try to help out people, smaller people, individual people, and businesses. Like Amazon didn't need a bailout. Like places like Amazon, Netflix, they actually went up a lot because people were at home a lot more, buying stuff, watching stuff, and things like that.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there was some, you know, backdoor dealings and stuff like that to help out bigger companies, but you know, I'm sure there was some corruption going on there, but like those companies are so rich and so big, they really didn't even need anything extra. Oh my god, well, I just Iron Forded up. That is
What's
true,
that?
Black. I tried to flash E and her tumble was back up. I should have known the timing better than that. Oh, we're about to get... Oh, Jesus. The Teemo too? Okay, alright, well, they got me. That's a problem with Leona.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to do it. Or I guess once the Baron.
Did they bail the cruise lines out? I don't think they did they? I know people were talking about bailing out the cruise lines and, like the airline stocks, but I know the airline stocks turned down a bunch of stuff. I don't think they did bail them out. Maybe they did. Maybe they, like, guaranteed some of their debt. Like, when people say bailout, people think you're just throwing a wheelbarrow of money at them. It basically just said that you can take a loan from the government, usually at a higher rate than the market, so that you don't go bankrupt. Is usually what...
Hey, Draven's saying, I guess Draven can 2v1 now, so you can group with us if you want.
Okay, he's probably gonna get caught, but
Yeah.
I don't think they gave the cruise lines anything. But that's what everyone said about the bailout back in 2008. Is they were just like, oh, we bailed out all these banks. It's like, no, we gave the banks a loan. Loans.
Hey, come mid. Come mid.
Okay.
Come mid.
Many of which were very expensive. And a lot of those banks paid it back almost instantly with interest, so the government actually ended up making money off of that. So it's like, I don't know, that's my thought process on it, is it's like, you know, is giving a homeowner a loan a bailout of a homeowner? You know, it's like, it's a loan. Now, if they give you something like a grant or something, no strings attached, just here's some money, yeah, but... But I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure there's some abuse going on, but...
Enemy killing spree.
Hey, remember when you said Dre would get caught out?
Yeah, that's weird. Almost like I'm a prophet. Well, the big banks, I'm like 99% sure big banks have not taken any loans in the United States. Like 99% sure. In fact, the banks are getting hit. They're getting hurt by this because they can't foreclose. So they're like losing money because of this. I'm pretty sure. Like the mortgages, the banks themselves may not be losing on that. It's like the lenders. The mortgage system is very complicated. But anyways, a lot of rich entities are losing a lot of money because they can't foreclose on, you know, bankrupted people who have lost their job for 60 days. So a lot of companies are actually losing money on that. I gotta make sure that I shut this cane up. Oh my god. But I'm like 99% sure JP Morgan, Bank of America, all that stuff, don't have any loans. Like the only big entities that got loans, I know the airlines were offered loans. I believe they declined. They had discussed cruise lines, but I'm like pretty sure that the cruise lines either declined or I'm pretty sure they declined. I know that Carnival Cruise went to the private equity, like private market, so just like investors, and they were able to raise a lot of money privately because they don't want to be under the government, right? The government puts all kinds of extra stipulations on their stuff. They can't give out employee, like they can't give out bonuses, they can't buy back stocks, they can't increase their dividend. A lot of times they have to get rid of their dividend. Like it sucks to go under the government if you're a big company, and it just looks bad. People are just like, oh, you took this money, you know. So it's like companies really don't want to do that unless they're in dire straits if you're a big wig. Now the PPP to keep people employed, nice. To keep people employed, that's good. And companies.
Oh my god. Draven.
Nice. Companies want to do that because then it looks good. It's like, oh, we're keeping our employees, you know, afloat. Like it's good PR. But like it's terrible PR if you, you know, accept loans from the government for stuff. If you're a big company, so. Anyways, I'd have to like double check all that stuff, but I follow that stuff pretty carefully. At least I did. Maybe in the last month or so, I haven't followed it as closely, but. Yeah, a lot of the big people are foregoing salaries this year too. I mean, most of their money comes from stocks and stuff like that, but.
Oh yeah. What a bunch of idiots. Right under tower.
No, I don't know, Wings. It sounds like, I mean, if you hate like companies and capitalism stuff, I guess that's fine. But I don't think that the situation is from bailouts this time. Like bigger companies, specific bigger companies like Amazon and Netflix are getting a lot wealthier, but it's just from competition because they are in a much better position to take advantage of people staying at home. But I don't know. You know, I can definitely agree that there's a problem with sort of like the way that income ends up getting distributed in the United States for sure. And I don't have a good solution to that, but I don't think that like the government directly is paying for that. Like I think that it is definitely involved in like the tax code why some of that's happening, but COVID has kind of made inequality a lot more exacerbated, but I think that's more of a structural issue than like a planned agenda
Oh, what's
Uh-oh.
going on here? I'm lagging.
Yeah, I lag too there. But I don't know. It's whatever. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. They sneak a... Damn Umbral Glaive. What can we get? Can we just do this? I mean, they don't have wards on it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some corruption with the PvP for sure. It was not written up very well. But like, Jeff Bezos is not dominating because he got bailed out, you know, stuff like that. I guess I should have expressed when we got turned.
Enemy double kill.
Well, yeah, but when we say larger companies, I don't think it was any like Fortune 500 companies. It's like these mid-sized companies that were taking a lot of that stuff. What are we getting here? I guess we can get stone plate.
What's he doing?
Light approaches.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Alright.
I guess he was just trying to see if they were doing it or something. I don't know.
I will protect you.
Yeah, I need to get a sweeper. That's to help clear this. These shrooms are.
Yeah, we need to just like fight as 5 and we just win. I thought we were gonna turn. I guess I was too ambitious there. Leona is a lot riskier. I don't have any control words though. Maybe I should have gotten control words instead of Negatron Cloak. They're gonna walk right through here, and we should just be able to turn on them.
Or are they going Baron?
No. Are they here? No, they're...
Stay at the vanguard.
Teemo shrooms are... Oh. Alright, let's pull it out of the pit.
Oh my god. Well,
I did keep the Vayne out of there for a while.
it needed to happen.
Yeah, I think I am a proponent of raising minimum wage in general.
Oh heck yeah. Do we get Elder? No, we don't. 'Cause we're dead.
Yeah, no. But I mean, I think the gig economy stuff. So many people were giggers, or like people who
Ever vigilant.
work for tips, salary, stuff like that, and minimum wage doesn't really affect that too much. But
I must not fall.
what's that?
Back off!
First
But yeah, I mean, kind of circling back to like some sort of political or theoretical or whatever, yeah, if you can do anything with those rates, if you have access to rates, like, you need to be doing something with that right now, probably. If you happen to have decent credit, you know, like refi your loans, consolidate your debt, you know, stuff like that.
Thought I got him there.
Alright. If you have like student loan debt, I don't know, like if everyone's eligible to refi, whatever, but you should definitely start talking to anybody you can about taking advantage of these really low rates. They might potentially go a little bit lower, they probably will, or they'll stay low for a while, but you get caught with the hot potato armor. Tipping culture and pay people. They're not gonna do that. Now that would increase prices a lot on menus, like if you at restaurants and stuff like that. If you got rid of tips or just like anything that's tip based. It's not just tips. There's so many different jobs that work on commission. So, like every sales job. I mean, prices that go through the roof in restaurants and things like that. I think it was really complicated. If we're talking about 2008, there were a lot of parties there at fault. I mean, yeah, the banks like taken on that, but like sometimes these like loan officers, these loan originators and stuff like that, like these are like little fly-by-night companies and they aren't really affiliated with the bank. Like those are the people that signed up with all the stuff and had like it was partially regulators, right, who relaxed a lot of the laws on everything. So you got the regulators to blame who are overseeing FHA loans and stuff like that. So you had the regulators and the politicians bringing that in. Then you had kind of the shady loan officers who were creating the loans, originating the loans. They were the ones that were getting like the big profit off of that. And then you had they were selling those to the banks, who many of them probably had some idea about the shadiness that was going on there, but they didn't probably, I would say they probably didn't know the exact extent of it. And then the banks repackaged it up as these mortgage-backed securities, and then investors bought those securities. And, you know, of course, you have the people who signed up for the loans. You know, they're buying like these $500,000 houses with no down payment, and they're making like $20,000 a year on these adjustable rate mortgages. Like, they, you know, I think the consumer, a lot of people knew, like, that was kind of shady, I think. So, it's not all like it was JP Morgan, Bank of America, you know, doing all this stuff behind, you know, there was some of that for sure. But I think there were a lot of people to spread that around.
Hold on. Now let's go.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that, Duck. That's interesting. I could definitely see that. Dealer can refuse to sell a car. Oh, okay, so you're saying like rude customers? But if they were getting paid, like maybe I don't quite understand the analogy. If they were getting paid minimum wage or something instead, they would still have to interact with customers if they wanted to lose their job. Like, it wouldn't change what you're doing in the restaurant. If anything, people could be a little bit lazier, a little bit slower with what they're doing and still get paid the same amount. Maybe. I don't know if most people would do that. They might get fired for doing that. But the idea is to give incentives for upselling their products. So, you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt to upsell too, because sometimes you're annoying people and it just takes extra initiative, you know, to try to sell people, hey, you want this glass of wine instead of water or sweet tea with your dinner, right? If you got paid the same thing either way, like, why are you going to try to sell them the wine when, you know, that could just be annoying, right? Like, you're just annoying them. Could be extra work for you. You have to actually learn the wines, you know. So I think that, like, beer, liquor, wine sales would go down. It would hurt the restaurant in that way. I don't know for sure. Maybe there would be everybody still trying to upsell so they keep their job. Maybe, you know, the employer would say, hey, if you don't keep a 20% BWL, beer, wine, liquor percentage, then you're fired. I mean, they could do stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm almost positive prices would have to go up. I mean, a lot. Because, like, when I worked in the restaurant business, you got $2.13 an hour plus tips. And what they would say was if you didn't get minimum wage for some reason, they would give you minimum wage. So you were guaranteed minimum wage, but you pretty much always got more than that. Yeah, I just don't know. I think it would hurt upselling on products. Like, I think margins would definitely go down on a lot of stuff there. And then if you had to pay servers, like, instead of $2.13 an hour, if you had to pay them, like, closer to what they actually made back then, probably like 12 an hour, 13 an hour, something like that. You know, you're talking about increasing your labor costs by like 6 times, like 600% on labor cost. So that means that, you know, if you were going to get, you know, a salmon or something, instead of being $16 at Olive Garden or something, I don't know what it actually is. Instead of being $16 at Olive Garden, if you're having to pay your employees 600% more in wages, like, yeah, a lot of your cost is rent, a lot of your cost is, you know, the food and stuff like that, but labor is still a huge part of it, and you'd have to go up at least 100% probably. So that's, you know, you'd have to be paying, you know, whatever, like $30 at least at Olive Garden for your salmon and stuff like that, and you would have no control over bad service, you know. Like, yeah, the person might get fired, I guess, but I don't know. Obviously, a lot of European countries do it. That'd be it's not exactly apples to apples, but you could look and see how they work without the tipping and stuff like that, how much money they make.
Let me guide you.
It's a Lulu top, bruh.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I like it. I don't know. I'm sure it's complicated,
Oh,
but
somebody was mad.
yeah, whatever. We'll take it again. That is some of that, Wesley. I mean, I don't have any empirical evidence for that, but yeah, it still is traditionally, especially on higher end orders, you know, business meals, huge family, you know, gatherings, stuff like that. Yeah, it is usually a guy paying, and I would say it certainly wouldn't help if you were a cute young girl in their 20s. I mean, the trade-off like that is like everything, right? Like, you're gonna get, you know, preferential treatment from men that could be beneficial, could also not be beneficial. You know, they're going to get harassed a lot more, maybe stalked, weirdos and stuff like that. So that's just kind of a double-edged sword that you pay. It's like, yeah, you'll get some benefits and some extra attention off of that, but it's not all good though sometimes. So I mean, there's a lot of women in the service industry. Well, I mean, I guess you can fire bad waiters. I don't know. I never felt like I was necessarily getting an inappropriately low amount of money for the amount of work that I did and the amount of hours that I worked. A lot better than teaching at university. You don't really steal that. I mean, maybe in some places you steal tips. When I left, even back in the, you know, early 2010s, it was like probably 80-90% credit card tips. I never, you know, I worked in a restaurant for 8 years, and I don't remember, and no one ever sold my tips personally, and I don't remember hearing of anyone else, like, stealing anyone else's tips either. I'm sure it probably happened a couple of times, but it didn't seem like it was a rampant problem. Blind pick, what is Rakan?
Let's dance.
Well, the thing is, like, just what's more efficient? Like, the people are getting paid. You know, like, servers make more than minimum wage. But in most places, I mean, there might be some extreme places where you don't. But you were making, most servers at the restaurant that I worked at, and it was a slow restaurant in our town, you know, relative to a lot of the other places where you could go and work, you were probably making double minimum wage. Most of them were making double. And it's like, okay, but, you know, yeah, the servers are, you could argue, okay, the servers are paying for, or the customers are paying for that either way, but it has far-reaching repercussions, right? Like, disincentivizing upselling is going to lower the margins, especially, like, restaurants make a ton of money off their beer, liquor, and wine. You know, they don't make much money off their hamburgers and their fish and stuff like that. Like, they make all their money off of people buying liquor. And sometimes it can be, I mean, it's just annoying to try to upsell people in general, like, because you might piss them off. You never know. You might ruin their experience. It can be annoying. I mean, everyone knows that when you try to get upsold. Hey, do you want to buy the special warranty with this thing you just bought? Hey, do you want to, you know, get our, you know, martini instead of the sweet tea that you ordered? You know, it's annoying, but if it doesn't get suggested, the sales are going to drop a lot. Because suggestive selling is huge. I mean, that's the entire premise behind advertising, is that if you just tell people stuff, there will be a large portion of people that will just do it. Whatever you're telling them to do. At least more than if you don't say anything. So I think it's not as simple as like, okay, because like just have the customers pay more on their food and, you know, give all the servers $15 an hour or whatever. I mean, once again, I'd have to look at some detailed studies because I know other places do it, like Europe and stuff like that, and see, you know, I'd have to be probably a lot more busy savvy than I do at a time, but that's my initial thought, is that if you disincentivize something, you're going to get less of it. And I think that margins at the restaurants would go down a lot, and so the overall pay would probably be lower than if you had tips. Also, the sticker price shock might disincentivize people from eating out as much. You know, if you're going to Olive Garden and you know that the salmon there is $35 or something to eat at $35, you might just go to the store and just buy a $4 fillet of salmon and grill it out instead a lot more. Now, people are still going to eat out. People are going to, you know, do their thing, but I think it's a lot easier to convince somebody, especially who's on a tighter budget, to go eat out if you don't have that sticker price shock immediately, right? If it looks like it's just a $16 salmon, but when you eat with your whole family, you run up a $100 bill and you drop a $20 tip, it's like, yeah, you know, even if it was exactly even, I think it would like scare people off from eating if the prices were up a lot.
I dance because I'm free.
So I don't know, man. Like, but some people have off nights. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you could do it by, if you don't have a 20% BWL, like, you're fired. But there are other people that maybe don't have a high BWL. Maybe they're not working in the bar. You know, maybe they have smaller tables that can't accommodate large parties, and they're going to get less bottles of wine at their tables some nights. You know, or maybe they're just a lower on the totem pole server, but they still are good. Like, they're just good with smaller groups, or they're very personable. They have something else going on other than BWL. So maybe you keep them around. So I don't know. I just think that it introduces a lot more complications to the system rather than just tip based on your service. Like that just kind of takes care of itself. Like people are just going to get less tips and they're going to quit eventually. Because you'd have to start making all of these exceptions. It's like, okay, well, if your BWL is lower, but you have so many returning customers, or you have these other metrics in place.
Oh, man. Good try. I don't even know if I could have killed her there. I had nothing left in the tank.
Make at or below the federal minimum wage. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. I can't read all that right now. I will guarantee you the price is going to go up more than 17 cents to pay people like flat out. That might be to make up the difference on some things, but it 100% would, man. Like, if there's no tips.
Our people are bleeding. My lady.
And, I mean, there'd be a lot of people that would not want that. Like, a lot of people make more than minimum wage. Like I said, at my old job, with what minimum wage was then, when I worked, most people made double minimum wage. So a lot of servers wouldn't want that. And I was one of the lower paid servers. I mean, some people make a hell of a lot more than that in commission. Way more than minimum wage. Some people probably make triple, maybe even quadruple minimum wage. Like, some of those bartenders are walking out of there, you know, $200 a night, and they were, you know, they're working for like maybe 6 hours for that. So there would be a lot of service industry people that would not even want to opt into that. I can't think of many that would. Working at like a restaurant, I mean, I guess it depends on the restaurant, but
You're only given a little spark of madness. You must.
I mean, I don't know. I could ask a bunch of waiter people or something. I know a bunch on Facebook and ask, but I would guarantee you most of them would not want to work minimum wage because they make a lot more. Roman would probably love chiming in on this.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I just don't see the need to rock the boat on that a lot of times. Like, I think most servers are fine with it. They actually like it. You know, they work in service rather than...
Oh, there should be a kill.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Lee Sin saved.
Only in the moment before.
I don't know if my last shot can kill her yet. I don't think so.
Now, once again, I don't know about Hardee's, you know, and McDonald's, but they're making minimum wage anyways, or a little bit more. It's like, usually tips are significantly more than minimum wage. Yeah, like dealers in casinos in Vegas make 6 figures.
Ooh.
A lot of them, like 100,000 a
He
year.
was here.
I mean, I just feel like there are alternatives. Like, if you're the kind of person that wants to work on commission, you might be able to find some restaurants that would pay you close to minimum wage. I know that some places, like if you're a busser or a back waiter or something like that, you would get minimum wage, or like a I think the back waiters at some restaurants get minimum wage plus a certain % tip out, but they make less than the servers do. Like, most people who would get minimum wage would make less than they currently do, along with all the other problems.
Lee's probably gonna rotate bot.
It's like, if you want minimum wage, you work at Hardee's, or, you know, there's a lot of places you make minimum wage. McDonald's. A lot of people specifically work in restaurants. A big part of it is because they make significantly more. I'm not saying they're living like kings, but I just don't know that tip culture is impoverishing people as much as it might seem at first glance, but... I don't know. I don't know. I need to see like more data on it, but.
If it's wild, I'm just here for the party.
I mean, restaurants they aren't required to work on tips. Like some restaurants could, in theory, pay minimum wage to their, workers instead of tip. And if it was more like profitable or attracted better workers, I assume it would be more widespread, but. Like, you're required to pay at least minimum wage. Like I said, if for some reason you have a really bad week, like everybody gives you 1% or something on your tips, they have to pay you minimum wage. You can't ever make less than minimum wage. That never happened in the 8 years I worked there. And like I said, I was not one of the most industrious servers. Because I didn't get like big parties and stuff. I didn't play politics, the restaurant politics to get, sweet talking the hostesses, managers and stuff like that to get the best sections. That never happened to me ever. Yeah, but it is. Like, if you ever make less than minimum wage, they will pay you minimum wage. Like, you cannot make less than minimum wage. They have to pay you minimum wage. But it's just, that never happens because everybody makes more. I think that's a federal law.
So I can burn it again.
An ally has been slain.
Servers make minimum plus tips. Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at something about that then.
If Zaya says someone has to die, they die.
I tell you, our manager, and it's not that uncommon, would, kind of even paying me $2.13 an hour was not happy if I was staying late, or with a lot of the other servers. If you were taking too long to complete your side work, your silverware, and all that stuff at the end of the night, he was not happy. Like, I used to pick up odd jobs at the end of the night. Like, servers were making so much money a lot of times when I was a busboy. I started off as a busboy. I would roll their silverware for them, clean their tables. Someone would be like, hey, here's 20 bucks, roll my silverware. Do it in like, 30 minutes or something or less. Roll my silverware, hey, here's $5, clean my table. Bartender would be like, hey, here's 20 bucks, wash my dishes, wash these bar dishes, and carry back the rugs for me. And I was doing that, while I was still clocked in at the end of the night. And the manager's like, after like maybe a month or two of that, maybe it was 3 months, I don't remember how long I had that little racket going on, but he was just like, hey, I don't mind if you pick up odd jobs, that's fine, but you gotta get off the clock. And he was only paying me $2.13 an hour. And then I said, it's just $2.13 an hour.
They are scared.
And I was just kind of laughing, and he wasn't, though. He was like, well, every time you think $2.13 an hour doesn't matter, give me $2.13. And they would cut people and send people home early. And like, if it wasn't that busy, they would aggressively try to send people home to save on labor costs. But I don't know.
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I mean, seriously. Rude.
Alright, what do they got? Please, everywhere. Rift, but Zach's on the wrong side of the map.
Long ago, our kind danced upon the flame.
So I'm not saying, I mean, a bigger thing, I think, if I was going to create more fair, like a better environment for servers, I would say that, it'd be something with healthcare. Like, they should have to,
If you weren't a little frightened,
I think that, you know, they should have the option of being eligible for healthcare more often. Because they'll play this little game where they'll give you like 31 hours. It used to be that's what they would do. 31 hours instead of 32. So I don't know how you would mandate that, but I think it would just be something along the lines of like,
Wow.
should be eligible for healthcare more often, because that was one of the biggest things, and that is a huge problem. Is a lot of servers, even if you're working 31 hours a week, you can't get any healthcare. That's a big thing, and I think if you were wanting to, and that's basically money, right? So if you were wanting to put more money in their pocket, give them a better quality of life, I think you would increase their options to get healthcare more. I'm not saying full pay it all the time, but at least give them like, because usually when places offer healthcare, it's split. Like the employer pays part of it and the employee pays part of it, but give more options there. And I don't know what it would be, if it's like everybody has to be qualified, or if it would be a certain like percentage of your staff has to get it or something. Everybody, I don't know what the number would be, but just more options, more requirements for especially part-time workers to have options for healthcare. Now that would make it a lot more expensive for business people too, probably more than minimum wage, but I think that's, in my mind, a much more pressing problem. Yeah, Mike, that's true. Yeah, I was talking about servers with the full commission, but yeah, bus people, I was on tip share also, and that was another thing, is the hostesses were kind of complaining that I was jacking some of their tip share. Just basically, like, they would take 3% of the total sales in the store. Crap, who is this Rakan? But yeah, that was the same way, and I think in my store they gave bartenders 1.2% of the tip share, split amongst the bartenders, and then the hostesses and bus boys got 1.8%, split by the amount of hours that you worked. So if they totaled up, if all of those people worked 70 hours, they split it into 70 different pieces and gave everyone a portion equal to their percentage worked. So that was another thing, is the hostesses were just like, TSP's jacking all of our tips. So that was a pretty big deal. I mean, there were times when I was on that schedule when I was making more money than I served, because I was getting the side jobs at the end, I was getting tip share, and I was getting $2.13 an hour.
Humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go. I've already been kind of political about some of these things. I'm trying to be fair, but I try not to get into too many political things. But I think everyone can agree the healthcare system's broken.
Fun. I need some fun. Now.
And once again, I don't know if that would bankrupt employers, but that would be a higher priority for me if I was just to wave a magic wand and change something about the way that people who work for tips operate, as I would change something about their healthcare eligibility and all that. Because I think a lot of them, like I said, they don't mind working for tips because they make more money doing it. I think, and that's what I think a lot of servers would say too. But
I can improvise.
that type of job's just going to be appealing to some people and not appealing to other people. It just depends on sales. Like I said, I've seen people routinely make $200 an hour, not an hour, but like $200 in a night, the equivalent of like $30 an hour or something, working a job that requires a high school education, you know? And that's just kind of the nature of sales. If you're extremely good at sales, you can make a lot of money. If you're not gonna like it, but
I want to do everything. That's the only way to live.
But I feel like there are other options. Work at Walmart, work at McDonald's, work at... Anyways. The healthcare situation, I'm pretty sure everybody who's an employee, even employers, are not going to be that satisfied. It's not like...
Oh, really? Damn. Sorry, dude.
That's alright. It's not like the employers enjoy, like, you know... denying Susan health care so that she goes bankrupt from her pregnancy or something, right? Like, they don't take any joy in that. It's just super expensive. I mean, the system's just messed up, and everybody knows that. So, hey, what's up, Sammy? Like, they didn't have to at my restaurant, but they did. If it was usually, you know, they could only budget for so much of that. And they would allow people that were like older with families and stuff like that, they would give them the 32 hours so that they could get health care or more.
It don't take a lot of work.
So they would try to do that for some people, but they just couldn't do it for a lot of people. I mean, I was pretty good friends with he was the manager at the time, and now he's a joint venture partner or whatever, so he like manages like an entire region, and we had conversations about this stuff a lot. Obviously he's going to be a little biased on that end, but you know, obviously I knew a lot of servers. I worked as a server, so I knew that side of it with all the issues that go along with serving, and then I kind of got the manager side too, and I was friends with several managers. Like, we go out drinking and stuff like that, and I would just have candid conversations with them about stuff.
I don't apologize for it.
So I got a lot of different perspectives on different issues. But, you know, what's up, Sammy?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself. But you too!
I don't know if they had this. Botched. He rushed it. We need to just clear out the control ward first. I mean, we don't even have to dive. Like, just force him to come to Dragon. With Yasuo here.
Oh, they're all here.
Max deduct it. Sorry, I can't read all that. That's a cool conversation. I'm glad people are enjoying talking about all this stuff there.
Alright.
Window's gonna get top. I don't know the status of his TP, but... Whoa, what? He sold it?
that?
I got W up in a second. Gosh. The peel squad. ADC's fun when you got that kind of peel, huh?
Oh yeah.
You got a Zac and a Rakan peeling for you. Yeah, I don't know how they ended up losing that, but pull it out here. Buddy, get.
What?
Magic
Are,
isn't supposed to be safe.
oh no.
It's going the other way.
Got my last shot. I'm gonna save it.
God. Yeah, we could have
Oh
done that
my
so
God.
much faster. Mana.
Gosh. You're an animal.
Give me a hop. Let's just roll out. It's fine.
I got by.
Oh, here. Okay, so DM. I think DM lives in the UK, right?
They will see
I don't know.
my
I mean,
dance.
like I said, I think everyone knows that America's healthcare system is awful. I don't think anyone likes it. It's just a question of like, well, how do you fix it? And it's just
Okay.
it's just so complicated that I don't know.
Damn it, Zion, where are you?
Huh. Jin can be very good for sure.
Should I get rapid fire cannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
An ally has been
Humans
slain.
think that to believe in something you have to.
Probably rapid fire then
That's their problem.
Essence or
yeah, either Essence or Phantom.
GA? I mean,
I would get to 100% crit.
okay.
That's me though, but
Alright.
Don't breathe.
if you're rich, Essence. If you're not,
Okay.
probably Phantom. How many we lose? We got one dead. They could be trying to bear, and they saw me bottom.
God, I'm so strong. This roll's pretty fun.
Yeah. It's nice if you have a support.
Ain't nothing
Yes,
I
it
say
is.
should be taken seriously. That's why
When you got a diamond support in a gold game, ADC feels pretty good.
It does feel really good. Oh, oh, right here, right here, right here. Syndra,
Okay.
Syndra, Syndra.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, that hurt. Oh, shit. Why didn't I get any of those kills? Oh, I'm too far.
I gotta live.
Ugh,
I gotta call
It's all good.
That's who
turkey.
I mean, a huge mitigating factor also of America that often doesn't get talked about a lot is we just have a super unhealthy population compared to a lot of other places in the world. It's like obesity is just massive, and that leads to so many health issues, so it's just like really expensive to treat that too. And it's just a very large country with huge bureaucracy. It's just really complicated. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody agrees something should be done.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
But it's different from like little, like, very small countries with much more homogenous populations and much healthier populations as well. Especially in terms of weight. Like, weight just leads to so many bad health. It's just such a risk factor for like a million
Right
different
here.
things. Damn, this Jin.
No, 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 no. It's not me.
Oof. Alright, we got
Oh,
him.
he's right there.
It's fine. I need to get this tower or something.
Is my cloak right?
Mundo trying to be a hero. It's partially why I stopped playing Mundo in the jungle. It's like, in theory, if people sit there and let you beat him, he's good. But if like you properly peel him, unless you're just really, really far ahead, it can feel bad.
Like,
I need to get that last dragon there, I think.
I'm gonna back and buy.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, grab the scuttle real quick. Grab the scuttle. To help protect against Baron.
I am a
Well,
I
let's
guess-
just wait. Yeah, just come on down.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
push
yeah.
push this up real quick.
Alright.
Well.
Okay.
I agree partially, Wings. I still don't think we've I'm not comfortable with the term bailout. I do think there are too many tax incentives right now for really wealthy people. Like, I don't think there's any universe that Amazon should be paying 0 in income tax.
This is gonna be crazy. I feel like I'm so strong right now.
You probably are.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll just get redemption here. So I agree with you on that, 100%. I think that there's just too much money concentrated at the top. 100% agree on that. But I don't think it's all the banks, right? Like there's tech companies that make a hell of a lot of money too. So I don't know.
I should stay by you.
The military thing is complicated. You might be able to trim some of that, but like it's not for nothing. Like they're not sitting there doing nothing. Like
There's a pink, bro.
where?
We call life.
That's just really complicated. It depends on the region and like what's going on, but part of that is affects economically. Like you get better bargains and you get better deals with treaties, and I can't find him.
Oh god. Still Baron.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done it with Lee there. I should have just pinged him back. I even got him with the W, but that could be a huge throw.
I get sad. Why stop being sad and be awesome instead? True story.
I don't know. I mean, some of it, it's just America kind of gets critiqued either way. Like if we don't do enough in certain regions to stop certain things, we get critiqued. And if we do too much in regions, then we get critiqued. And of course, there's lots of blunders. There's lots of shady dealings and stuff like that, that go on with the military. But there's lots of, like, potentially good stuff that it does, too. And, like, so much of the military is tied with diplomacy, too. Like, if you give up influence in certain regions and things like that, you're ceding it over to China or Russia. It's really complicated. Oh my god, he ulted the Mundo? I guess he doesn't have any control over that. That was really sad. I don't think that was his fault, but... Oh my god. So I think I'd have to go back and watch, but I think he knocked up Mundo at the same time I knocked up the other 3 or 4 people, and then he ulted the Mundo instead of ulting the 3 or 4 people I knocked up. I'd have to go back and watch that replay. I think all Yasuo can do is just press ult. Like, he can't choose who he holds. And Mundo is just spaced away from the rest of his team. Yeah, that's exactly right, Evan. There's places like that, and there are places where we deter stuff. I mean, some things are just train wrecks, too. I mean, it's really complicated. Like, Syria, Iraq, relationships with everything in the Middle East. Like assassinating Iran's leader and installing a puppet, probably a bad idea, in the 50s and 60s. Like, America, we've got a lot of blunders with that stuff too, but there are certain things that are useful as well. And like I said, if you don't show some presence and like try to get involved, and there are better ways to do that. In the military, some of what they do is peacekeeping things too, right? Like that's part of the military's budget, I believe, as well, is like helping out against dictators and stuff like that in Somalia and these other places. I don't know, it's just extremely complicated, but
Ooh, that was a good one.
If it's just like all military personnel come back and America just get out of everybody else's business, I just think you're gonna have China and Russia fill in that gap. I'm coming. Okay, flash it. Nice. We might be able to win off that. Like, China's already, and I'm sure Russia's doing all kinds of stuff too, but China's like basically buying Africa right now. Like, they are giving out these like loans to Africa for African countries. From what I understand, it's really complicated. I'm not an expert in it, but they're building out all this infrastructure and roads and stuff like that in Africa and getting access to a lot of their natural resources, and sort of their loan terms are, if you don't pay this back, super poor country, then we get your stuff. And I'm sure Russia is dealing with people too, so I don't know. It's just extremely complicated. And when I think we like moved out of Iraq or Afghanistan or something like that, and it just left a black hole basically where I'm pretty sure, I don't remember the exact like chain of events, but it was something like we ended up pulling out of either Syria or Iraq or something like that, and that allowed ISIS to start taking hold, which was even worse. I don't know. It's just, it's super complicated. You could probably trim the military budget, and I think, once again, there's some more ethical stuff you could definitely do in some situations, but...
It's just a dance.
And I'm not an expert, obviously, in it, but I feel like it would definitely be folly just to, like, try to stick our head in the sand and just say, you know what, China and Russia, have at it. You know?
You at it.
With global diplomacy.
Universe loves me.
I'm not saying everyone in China is evil or everyone in Russia is evil or anything like that. You know, I know we've got Chinese and Russian viewers and stuff. But I'm just saying, like,
Time to get it started.
that's just how it is. I mean, if you look at those two countries too, like, they were kind of, once again, I'm not saying, you know, I gotta preface it again, I'm not a communist, I'm not, you know, whatever. You know, I think there's shady stuff that go on in all nations, but if you really look at it objectively, where was Russia 100 years ago in terms of global influence and, like, the standard of living by their population? Where are they today?
Baron.
Okay.
They're all bought.
Where was Russia then? Where was China then compared to where they are now? You can't really argue that they're in a much higher position than they were. So it's like, if you're a Russian citizen or a Chinese citizen, yeah, there's lots of bad stuff that goes on there for sure, but you know, compared to where they were, if you look at it in that sense, I think they're definitely better off than they were from, like, their citizenry perspective. So it's hard to hate on them. Like, you got to at least take that into account. Regardless of whatever. So I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that. We've been talking about random politics for an hour. But I mean, the chat seems to be interested in kind of talking about it. But I think everyone's been pretty fair, pretty chill with it though, so that's good. But move off of that a bit. We got Jason doing the shot call in this game, so that's good.
Goodness.
I agreed with that, Sammy. Yeah, that was a trainer. But that was, yeah, most recently what Sammy's talking about is, yeah, we pulled out of the northern border of Syria and let Turkey go in and blast them. But before that, when ISIS was formed, I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth. Like, pull the troops out, get the troops back in, pull the troops out, get the troops back in. I mean, it's just difficult. The easiest situation probably would have been, don't tinker with that too much in the first place. Just, but, I don't know. There's, like, not really a good answer. It's just less bad answers, potentially.
Oh, they mad.
Oh, are they mad?
Yeah.
Stop throwing, dude. We were ahead from beginning to end. We're the ones that almost threw. You can't throw if you're never ahead.
Yeah. Bot diff.
That's right.
Bit of a diffy.
Bit of a diffy.
I think that's the best.
The boys are at it. Yeah, that cracks me up.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think we're being fairly... as with most things, this U.S. in general. I mean, most countries are really complicated, but U.S. is like extremely complicated because of all of its.
What in the?
What?
No, my cat just
Oh.
jumped.
All of its extremely complex historical relationships with all these different entities, the different cultural complexities, just the amount of money that it has and what it could be doing. I mean, that's a big thing too, is we have so much money, everyone expects, you know, if there's like genocide or crazy stuff going on in a country, we look like monsters for not stepping in, you know, and dropping $100 million to take care of that. It's like a rounding error, you know, in the U.S. budget. But I don't know. U.S. is just really complicated. All right, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna refill my drink real quick, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good.
But anyways, right, just a second. No, I don't think you are. I think everyone. I think this channel is like the coolest, most well-behaved, chill chat out there. I mean, like I said, we virtually never have to ban anybody, and most people are pretty civil. People disagree about stuff, but it virtually never comes down to like personal name calling or attacks or things like that. So, as long as people can keep it civil, you know, I know some people don't like politics, you know, and stuff like that, but I think a lot of probably what people don't like is sort of the hostility associated with it, right? That it devolves into name calling or thinking that people are bad people because they think differently and stuff like that. So that's why, in general, we try to steer away from politics. But occasionally, if people are just sort of talking about or exploring ideas, and it's fine as long as we're all being cordial. Just because you disagree doesn't
Automatic
mean
ban.
you have to be rude. Oh, you gonna show him that gen again here?
Oh yeah, man, that was fun. Shoot, I don't even know who to ban.
It's fine. I like it. But yeah, I mean, it is interesting to explore, you know. It all is extremely complicated. I mean, I'll just say, you know, that I'm not sure about how much to cut the military budget, but I can definitely attest to there needs to be more domestic spending and revenue, and that you know, the distribution of wealth is definitely a huge problem. I don't think most people would disagree with that. It's just how do you go about solving that? I mean, I guess we're just blind pick. What's Rakan? I think, you know, closing corporate loopholes and stuff like that. Like there should not be a universe where Amazon can pay 0% tax. Like there should be like a minimum at least, and just cracking down on, you know, the little global games they play by setting up, you know, corporations will incorporate or move their business to, you know, all of these tax haven places. Cracking down on that, you know, just saying, look, you want to move overseas, we're going to tariff the crap out of your stuff, or something like that. Like just really come at them and, you know, stop that. It's like, if you are primarily, you know, an American company, you're going to pay American taxes, kind of stuff, because they should have to pay a premium. Like, yeah, taxes in the U.S. are a little bit higher than some other places. They're not as high as a lot of places, but they're higher in some places. But you're getting the relative, you know, economic and political stability and the protection, you know, of the United States. And, you know, I know that's kind of, you know, you could put it a meme with some of that stuff, but compared to some of the other big places where they could set up and do business, the U.S. is like friendlier and safer than a lot of those places. Like, you're not going to just come and, you know, just grab your business like some places might do, or, you know, stuff like that. And you do have a big military protecting you, and, you know, they should be paying a good chunk of that because that is a premium. So that's where I would start, is by cracking down on corporate tax loopholes. I'm not saying corporations should be paying 50% tax, but I am saying they should not be paying zero if you're the big, like one of the biggest corporations. So just finding some way, working on that, and then funding education a lot better, and just trying to give like more opportunities, and then doing something to fix healthcare, because that's one of the biggest costs as well. Whether that's, and once again, it's super complicated. I don't know how to fix that, but maybe you start by employers like mandating that employers have to give more, especially if they're part-time people or gig workers or whatever, more healthcare options, or maybe cover a larger percentage of it if they're going to keep it private.
I said, goddamn.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, so I agree with a lot of Wings is like the kind of the sentiment behind what Wings and some other people are saying, but I'm just not sure about that I agree with some of the specifics of the problems and the solutions.
Oh wow, I was not in the fountain. I couldn't buy. I was like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Time to show
30
it.
seconds until minions spawn.
Hey, thanks, Sammy. We love having you here too. Hey, I wish I could pay y'all a lot of money, but Hey, if they start paying educators more, maybe.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love
Once again, I don't
is
want
supposed
like,
to hurt.
you know, doctor money or Rolls Royce money. I just think if you're a college educator, if you know, if you have at least 8 years of education beyond high school, that you should probably get paid what a high school teacher gets paid. That's what I'm
If
saying.
not a little more.
If not a little bit more, I would take what they make. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the university I work at is really lobbying hard to do stuff like that. So they are.
I'm gonna take all day.
Dude, that's a lot of schooling. 8 years.
Working. It is, yeah. I mean, I'm technically still not out. I got, but that's of my own doing. But even if you like, you blast through it. Oh, that's it. That's not even including undergrad. Like if you do it's undergrad's 4, masters is 2, in English at least, and then if you're like right on target, like kicking butt, it's 5 for PhD. So that's 11 years.
Undergrad was enough for me.
Yeah, 11 years past high school. And realistically, most PhDs are 6 in the humanities. In sciences, it's a bit different. You don't have to get a separate master's, and you can just probably 6 years past undergrad for like physics or biology or something. But
All right, boys.
way too many hits here. I don't know if I did double armor or not.
Filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
This is so obnoxious. Since I pop number 2, try to clap her. She's got a much better level 1 though. Okay, yeah, sounds good, Wings.
Hey, leveled up.
An enemy has been slain.
This is wave's just gonna have to get pushed in.
Crew. Hey, what's up, crew? Hey, it's going all right. I think we've been winning a lot tonight. I haven't kept track of the exact numbers, but I feel like it's gone pretty well. Aren't teachers generally underpaid? Depends on your definition. They
Dude.
probably are, but like lecturers definitely. Lecturers make teacher salary look like royalty money.
Dude, I'm sorry. No.
It's all good. Oh, Shalana's coming down. I'm so low. I've got a shield coming up though.
Holy cow, I need help.
If I can just get one more minion here, get 3. Okay.
They ain't ready for what I'm bringing.
But probably, I mean, from a teacher's perspective, it's a 2-year degree past.
I've been kicked around.
Israel's
since I
like
was
no
born.
mana.
It's all right. It's okay.
So actually, in a lot of places, it's a 1-year degree past undergrad. Probably. I mean, really, like, you basically get 4 months pseudo vacation. Like, yeah, you're lesson planning and stuff like that, but in the summer for 3 months, and the winter break off, and you get like student holidays off. So it's like, yeah, you know, but probably. But lectures definitely.
Nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth. God, that's it.
All right, back here. Yeah, I mean, Senna's pretty gross early.
I'm gonna earn
A little weird to get a reju beat here, but
and help them build it back up. So I
you can build
burn
that
it
into
again.
Shurelya's early on. But yeah, probably a little bit. It depends on the state and what's going on, but
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, I knew now he'd been teaching for a while, probably at least 20 or 30 years, but like a unionized teacher from was making like 80,000 a year.
The W.
No, he was doing that for like obviously for a while, and I don't know. I was like, that's crazy money, but
Looks like I came back for a pickaxe, but
Yeah.
hey,
I should
it's all good.
running.
I might go for a double cloth here. I kind of want boots, but they're double AD, and they are definitely putting a beating on his bottom.
yeah, I'm getting crushed on CS right now.
So yeah, teachers probably underpaid a little bit, but college
Ladies and
instructors way
gentlemen,
less.
I am here to entertain.
Way
myself.
less.
But you too.
Tenure is different. Like it's like the part-time instructors especially. Any tip against burst ADCs as Rakan? So how do you deal with like Draven or something? I mean, just get armor, take double armor runes, get Zeke's first. You can get Tabby also. You can go Knight's Vow second or something if you really need to.
Oh my god, I didn't use my last auto. I don't think I would have killed him anyway.
Nature is as fun as you let it be.
We get that dragon. We can get a dragon. Okay, nice. Oh, nice.
Ooh. Okay.
I dance
Okay,
because
okay,
I'm
okay.
free.
Oh, god, there I go again.
And Gentek's still getting used to it. He's kind of weird. I think you're playing him pretty well, though. But yeah, make sure you're taking Guardian. I like conditioning. That does help out. And then just Tabby, Zeke's. I mean, Shirelia's. Like, a lot of your stuff has armor on it, too. You can get Knight's Vow if they're, like, all AD. Where you're just getting completely blasted. Now, Knight's Vow, you only get half the,
Enemy has been slain.
Bro, we catching up in CS.
That's right, half sort of the leech stuff. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
wait
especially considering how much we get beaten down early.
Yeah, I was getting crushed.
Hey, what's up,
Like
Nova?
14 or 15.
Depends on how many games you have. I think that Rakan is the best one trick. He's just very good in a lot of metas. Oh my god.
Oh no. My bad, dude.
That's fine. I should have dodged it. Well, it's not don't ever get Knight's Vow. I mean, you still get the movement speed, which is really good on him. You still get the armor, you still get the health, and you get half the benefit. So, like, it's still okay. Like, it's not terrible.
Woo! I am so into this. What is it?
It's kind of like Thresh, too, you know? It's not full value, but if they have a lot of AD or you're just getting completely blasted by AD, like, they do have 4 AD on their team.
They're scared of
It
dark.
can be alright.
They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
Second wind, if you're against, like, really heavy poke, I guess. I mean, I don't even get that hardly ever on Rakan. I mean, this would be a lane where maybe be worth it, but you got a repeatable shield with your,
Rampage.
like, conditioning's just gonna be way better. Like, second wind is just, like, if you just need to get through the lane. You've got your Q, which gives you some sustain. You have this repeatable shield. You can itemize into things like a reju beat early if you're getting blown up. So I don't know. I'd rather go conditioning. Conditioning almost always gives you like 500 or 600 gold value when it's completed.
Kick some ass. Hello? You ready for me?
Shyvana will probably come down here in a little bit.
Yeah, we need her to come down here.
She's gonna want that dragon.
Without wild magic, we have no
So just hold on to this ult for dragon.
have no
Nice, congrats, crew. wish Shyvana would have come in there earlier, but okay, well we got it though. I could have backed out and not got knocked up probably.
Man.
I dance
But I'll
so
take it.
fine, I kill.
Draven is the 180C I lose in lane 100% of the time. But yeah, okay, so I think Rakan is good if you want to spend a long time trying to master him. I think Enchanters are like, Soraka is extremely good right now. She's much easier to play. Very effective. Just stuff that scales. I really don't like things, I mean, like, you can dominate with stuff like Leona early on, but it's like, if you fall behind, it can feel really bad. Like Nautilus, if your team doesn't, like, you know, isn't on board with your engages. Oh.
Oh, God.
Close. Okay, well, she got him.
Oh my. What? That hitbox, I just don't understand it. Dude, I really don't. That. I'm not even against that, and that's tilting me.
Pretty nutty hitbox. It gets bigger as she gets more ranks in her ult.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, what?
It's still just a rank 1 ult, though. I don't know. I don't remember what the condition was. There's some situation where it gets bigger, but I don't remember what it is. It might be ranks in your E. But yeah, it's a pretty non-intuitive hitbox. It's a lot bigger than it seems.
Yeah. The show.
But I mean, you can climb with anything. You know, a lot of it at low reloads is just about like just macro. Like picks do matter, but all classes of like support, like you can win with AP
Try and get this
supports. Sure.
Don't leave
Gotta
nothing.
get sorry.
Bring it all.
Maybe not.
Oops. Damn it. I meant to put my control word there. Does she have this worded or something?
Legendary. An ally
Down.
has been
Got 4
slain.
control words in that river. Might be a little much, but
I'm going the other way.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah, they got that for you,
here.
probably.
You needed me.
That's fine. I can just W over.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too.
Fun.
Khan has a stupid
Need
amount of
some
mobility.
fun. Now.
Got the map hacks enabled bot side.
Action.
Uh,
I don't need anything. This looks like another dangerous situation. Thankfully, I can improvise.
Caitlyn's pretty good against Rakan. Well, the traps, like she can net backwards, it makes it really hard to engage on her. And then her traps can make it really annoying to get around too. Fortunately, Caitlyn's not like super in the meta right now.
Serious about it. That's their problem.
Has been slain.
He done goofed.
Okay, Rakan. Get him watching.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, really, you can climb with a lot of stuff. You just put the time in, you're good on it, sure. Wow, the minions didn't intercept that? Oh, I thought that got him. I think that was Ezreal's flash.
Zaya says someone has to die.
Oh, no.
Don't want to war.
Yeah.
Your team
It's
has
unfortunate.
destroyed a turret.
But we almost got bot tower for that. We had to get top. Thresh can be kind of tricky. Get Swifty boots, and I recommend taking Guardian on Soraka. And just get Swifty boots kind of early. Boots of Swiftness, and I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. Just buy that. So we lost 40 gold on that transaction or something, but I think it was nice.
Legendary.
And just if he's coming up, you know, try to lead that silence. Like, don't let him go where he wants to go with it. And just use your Q to kite him out. Like, the Q is so good with Boots of Swiftness. Like, the extra percentage movement speed. Really nice when you have a higher base movement speed off of Swiftness. Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I really do think, you know, I do create tier lists, and I do believe that, like, for large populations, you know, if you're looking at a large number of people, certain champions are just going to be statistically better than others. But, you know, for each individual person, they're just going to be better on some champs than others. So even if you don't play, you know, what I recommend for wide populations, you know, if you like Shen, I don't have Shen on my support tier list, you know, in the example of Sammy, but Sammy wins a lot of games with him, and, like, you know, he just enjoys the champ, makes sense. I mean, if you enjoy playing a champ, you're going to be much more likely to really want to get better in the practice, too. So it's kind of... I kind of try to find a middle ground there and say, yes, for large populations, there are certain champs that are just going to be better on any given patch. But, you know, if you find success on something a little unorthodox, you can still win on it. I mean, Rakan's got like a 50% win rate right now. A lot of people don't have him at the top of their tier list. You know, I have him near the top of mine. I think he's really good. But I also have a lot of practice on Rakan, so... Like, I understand why they don't have a lot of other people on him.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Careful, I'm trying to come over here and get these raptors. I guess Shalana's probably gonna get them.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah, just let her get everything.
Get the scuttle, maybe.
Yeah, I'll get the scuttle.
She's
Well,
probably-
she might come take it, but we'll see.
She's gonna get it. Let me go bottom. Alright, she's gonna give it to you.
Yeah, she'll let me get it.
She's being nice. She probably needs it back. She probably has like 5,000 gold or something. Oh, they surrendered.
I didn't kill a single person that game. Wow.
Hey, sometimes just not feeding as ADC is enough, you know?
Yeah.
Just keep the deaths under 10, and you're doing well.
Keep the deaths under 10.
That's right.
It sounds so bad.
Ruin TFT and put Riven in the game. I haven't really played TFT since pretty close to release. I haven't kept up with the meta. The Dong Splong. Interesting. I mean, let me see, like, when we're talking. I mean, sometimes I am a little out of touch with, like, what's going on in, like, Silver and Bronze. Just like a lot of challengers who try to, like, make recommendations in tier list videos are sometimes a little out of touch with solo queue. They're like, you know, Braum and Tom are the best supports, and stuff like that. Or they'll just look at, like, pro play. I try to look at, like, you know, gold, platinum, low diamonds, usually what I shoot for. But if it's, like, silver... And stats aren't everything, but sometimes they can be kind of indicators. You know, stuff like Brand and Zyra do get a little bit better as you go down a bit. Sona's almost always a high win rate, too. Stuff that's just really, like, a lot of times it's stuff that's really simple mechanically to play. Just because then you can focus more of your attention on, like, you know, macro, rotations, watching your mini-map, stuff like that. It just frees up more of your brain power. So that's why a lot of the mechanical stuff does a little bit better. Also, in, like, the lower the elo goes, the more likely there is that someone just or just like their internet's maybe not as good, or maybe their reaction speed's just not quite as good. Potentially. So there's a lot of reasons why low mechanical champs. But
let's see.
But it's not even at like super, you know, low elo either. I mean, B was known, you know, he's playing Nautilus mid a couple of worlds ago. Before that, you had he was like a really low mechanical champ. Malzahar, you know, was another one. What was that? Crown? I don't remember who played Malzahar in Worlds and One. So there's no shame in playing lower mechanical stuff. Straight up OP. Yeah, Sona is very good. Kind of the lower elo brackets. I really prefer runes that give you resistance and shielding as Rakan. I mean, I get a lot of those too. You know, I take Guardian, Conditioning. The old Yumi, huh?
I think that's actually, we lost to that bot lane before. One time.
Let me guide
Potentially.
Oh man. I thought
What?
our jungler was in pick Graves. Apparently, opponent got it first.
Yeah.
God, I hate their team.
What's up, Lucas?
We'll see.
Oh, you definitely make sure you get Guardian here. It's almost bad. I think we want AD rune. It better be just one thing, Jolty. Alright, I'll be back in a second.
Alright.
Oh, you're talking to Lucas. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. You should definitely, Nameless, you should definitely ask Jolty how he feels about Yumi.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
every step a new journey.
Oh boy.
30 seconds until minions.
She's one of the most despised champions in the league. I like her, I don't mind her, I think she's fine, but she's like the Yasuo of supports. That might be closer to Morgana, actually, the Black Shield. Morg's a little bit more of a no champion, but I don't know. I think Soraka just murders her.
Minions have
Then you just
spawned.
out heal her later on, and she doesn't like. It depends on her team. Like her movement speed, if she's boosting a diver in to get you on the back line, that can be a problem. But I think Soraka for the general population is like the most OP right now. Until you get to like low diamond, she falls off a little bit, but her scaling is just insane. You need a lot of lanes, unless like Leona's kind of a problem, but even a lot of the other types of champs, if you get Boots of Swiftness, you can position and like get like dodge their engages. barely got it. I thought I was gonna miss some experience on those. I was like, no. I got it. Soraka Kato. True. She doesn't have that benefit. Dude, there's a little cat, like a kind of a big cat actually, walking around in my backyard earlier today. I was like, honey, I think there's a dog, like the neighbor's dog got out or something. I just saw it like poking through the bushes, then I walked down there and found it. It was like running away. Pretty cute cat. Our cat may not have too much longer. We'll see. My wife is saying like, you know, she's not gonna want another cat. She's like, no other cat. I got to guilt trip her into it. I'll be like, look, man, I had to get my daughter to come in and start crying and begging her for a cat. That's one of the perks, you know, of having kids, is you can just like use your kid as kind of leverage to win arguments against your spouse. That's part of the fun. But Dad said we could have it. Yeah, Mom, why you gotta be mean? Why you gotta be the fun police? I've called my wife the fun police before.
Yeah. The fun police.
Yeah. And she'll be like, oh, don't climb on that, don't do this or that, when I kind of let her do almost anything. It's not like too dangerous. And I don't know, I don't say that in front of my daughter that often anymore, but I kind of feel bad because my daughter, like, in a lot of circumstances, shows like extreme preference for me a lot of times. Like the other day, I was like, she wanted me to walk her upstairs and put her to bed, my daughter. Then my wife was like trying to walk upstairs. She's like, no, you stay downstairs, and I was like pointing to her, like menacingly from the top of the stairs. Like, I feel kind of bad. Rory, take it easy on her, man. Yeah, she doesn't give you as much candy as I give you, or let you, I don't know, do goofy things, but she changed her mind about that some, but it's more times than not, sometimes my wife will come upstairs, she'll be like, no, you go take a nap or something. It's just kind of funny. Well, I just, you know, I'll pick her up and throw her around and stuff like that too, and just do like more physical kind of playing stuff. My wife doesn't want to do that as much, but my theory is if it's not really that big of a deal about whatever, I just let her do it. I'm like, sure, I mean, why not? Just kind of pick my battles. And I think there are more, I don't know, creative ways to get her to do what I want her to do instead of just like outright punishing or denying her too many things. Sometimes you do have to stop her, say no or whatever. But I'd be like, why don't we do this instead? Like giving her some kind of alternative. It feels like a lot of kids just, I mean, they just don't like the feeling of rejection or loss of control. I mean, nobody really does, but kids, you can play some mind games with them, and I just feel like it's a lot better. An easy example, try to get her to go brush her teeth at night. She's like, I don't want to brush my teeth. You know, I could just say, you're brushing your teeth, you know, or I'm taking your favorite toy, or, you know, stuff like that. But then I just say, all right, well, I'm going to go brush my teeth. And then I just start like walking over there. She's like, no, I want to go brush my teeth. She wants to do whatever you're doing. But now it's on her terms, right? You're not telling her to go do it. You're saying you're going to go do it. And then she's making the choice. That. Yeah, she's making the choice to go do it. So just little
Taking
things
notes.
like that. Taking notes. So yeah, just letting them feel like it's not a you versus them, that you're working together, and that they're gonna miss out on something cool. It works a surprising amount of time with almost anything. There's some times where it doesn't work, but in different age groups, different styles of things work. Did she? Yeah, maybe. I don't know where she went.
Oh, she's back now.
back in there.
Headshot.
One more wave.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we just push this up maybe. She's thinking the same thing. I can just cue the back line there a couple of times. Okay, it's fine.
There we go. I hate for a Kate to ult and then I miss.
Oh, missed the block, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, finally a BF. Let's go.
Where am I needed?
Alright, Kaylin's gonna have one too, so.
Yeah.
She hasn't backed yet, so hopefully.
No, if she's smart, she'll back after this. If not, we can. Well, Dragon's gone. Let's say we get priority on Dragon, but.
I lend my aid.
Enemy killing spree.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to ban. I mean, I could have banned Leona also, but it didn't really matter too much. Okay, stopped her back. I knew they were there because I saw Yumi's Aerie returning to her. Okay, so now we're really far ahead.
Oh, crap.
For peace of mind. Be at peace.
Diana, yeah, they're right there. No, don't walk up to it.
Okay.
Yumi's Aerie just walked into there. Let him waste some time, I guess. Okay, they're not there. Alright, go ahead and push. Yeah, they're going top instead. Hopefully Fizz gets out of that. Yeah.
To heal and
Okay, now Graves come back down here. He's not getting a lot of farming done though, which is nice. God, really? The TP? Who is that? Riven. Think about the TP.
the whole world in balance.
Yeah, I should have tracked that TP better. I was trying to get Graves to rotate back down so he wastes time and maybe Vi
Never wait.
can get like Rift Herald and some more farm.
Where am
Oh my god, really? What is this garbage?
Jungle diff is what it is. How is he up farm? Like, what is... Graves is up 2 levels in farm and he's literally set bottom the entire game. I don't know.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's like they just have one too many people at all these fights. Like if it was
Yeah.
if it was just Diana,
Really?
It was just Diana.
Yeah, I was like,
think
alright,
we
we
could
can turn Diana.
Yeah.
Right, but
and Graves. It was just Graves and Yumi before, but now it's Riven also. Now Darius is really far ahead of Riven. Like, Darius did his job. He got the tower.
A new journey.
He's up a lot of farm. He couldn't follow the TP, but he got stuff. It's like, okay. But like, Vi has just been AFK farming all game, and Graves is still that far ahead. It's kind of unacceptable. I mean, there are ways we could have positioned to not
I
die
hear
as well,
the call.
but
oh yeah.
Vi farms really fast too. It's not like she's died a lot either. I'm not really sure what the situation is.
For peace of mind.
He's one of the easier junglers to play. She's got like auto attack resets, but other than that, it's not.
Oh my god.
Holy. I didn't see the Graves there again.
Turret plate will fall.
To heal and protect.
Oh really?
Been slain.
Godly, man, this is pissing me off. I feel like no matter what I try to do, I'm getting countered.
Killing spree.
That's the downside of ADC, is they, you know, if they have a better jungler, they're just going to sit on you the entire game a lot of times. And you can't do a lot if you don't have a lot of money as ADC.
The whole world in balance.
Yeah, she's got an IE, so
That's a problem.
I'm just a little bit of gold away.
Never waste a breath.
Diana's creeping.
Where am I needed?
Yeah.
Really?
I lend my aid.
Oh, I guess we're fighting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the play was to go Shirelia's.
What must
I don't even know if we can fight for that dragon.
every step a new journey.
Oh, are you kidding me right now?
An ally has been slain.
What are we thinking?
Huh. We might be able to come back.
Alright.
I'll wait one more round.
I mean, Darius is doing pretty well.
Yeah. Graves does scale pretty well, but it looks like he's going. Well, he's going for tabbies next.
To heal
But
and protect. This is my path.
Let's kick ones here.
The whole world in balance.
Ally has been slain.
dude,
Got my IE.
Been slain.
We're killing.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
I lend my aid.
An ally has been slain.
Oh boy.
holy shit.
Wow, they use so much for you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we make him pay here.
Rampage.
It's always up to us.
I'll do one more.
Alright.
We did get a shutdown on Graves.
Call.
It's probably not happening, but I feel like we still have at least maybe a 25% chance they can throw.
You know, if somehow we end up pulling this out, dude. Just saying. Our teammates.
The peace of mind.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that was dangerous to me.
Probably,
I went the other way.
I mean, the Yumi, like, Yumi does snowball really hard if she gets ahead because she can give so much extra movement speed to her allies.
Right.
Just like with
Right.
the Diana. But in general, I still think the Soraka and Yumi is a good matchup. It's just a huge part of this jungle div. Graves just got so far ahead. He's just in the right place at the right time. A lot. And still out farmed.
I hate that champion. Oh, get out of here. Alright.
Yeah.
Back it up.
If we were able to kill Graves there, maybe. But he's...
Mhm.
That's like our best shot. And like 3 people beating on him, still can't kill him.
Enemy killing spree.
The whole world in balance.
Okay, Graves is just 10 and 2. Ugh. Bot lane just hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
Never waste a breath.
It was really bad. I mean, that Graves just completely dominated bot. I mean, the Diana came down a lot too, but I feel like we could have maybe dealt with Diana. Just the Graves always rolled up the last moment.
Where am I needed?
A summoner has disconnected.
That was rough. This one of the risks of playing Srock is that they just dogpile you bottom over and over again. Can definitely be an issue.
You down to play one more?
Nah, I probably gotta head out. I'm getting tired. I gotta take care of some stuff in the morning, unfortunately. Sucks to go out on that one, but we did have a lot of really good ones, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
So,
good show.
anyways, I'll catch you next time, man.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Sorry, that was definitely a rough one there. Yeah, we just got caught off guard. It's just every time they just had one more person than we were ready for. But I just wasn't tracking jungler, wasn't tracking TP well enough. It's getting too tired, I guess. Yeah, we stepped up, then the Riven TP, and the Diana flanked, and then Graves rolled up, and it's just bad. Yeah, I gotta finish some financial documents and stuff like that for tomorrow. In the morning. So much adulting. Well, yeah, I mean, we're getting a we're moving to a different house in a month, and that's just a lot of stuff goes into that. Yeah, it was a rough one, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyways, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Be back around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see you then.